everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to do something that is special. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, anytime it has to do with money transfers and we start talking about pennies, not hundreds of dollars to send thousands of dollars, this is a game changer. You guys are going to be privy to something that nobody else knows about hardly in the world. And it's going to start in the Dominican Republic and from United States and other locations. We got to talk to this man, Roderick Alexander, ladies and gentlemen, and get your pen, pads, and papers ready and get your Google store open as well, because you're going to want to download this app. I guarantee you, especially all of you real estate investors in the DR that has to put that money down and who has to make monthly payments, and some of you who do not even have bank accounts. Yes, you heard me correctly. Oh my goodness. And welcome to the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Stop struggling now. Gear check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. And gentlemen, thank you once again for being here. But before we start, make sure you smash that like button, share the videos. Make sure you know what? I put the link in the chat room tonight. So you might want to get some friends of yours on the line, because whenever somebody starts talking about you can send thousands of dollars, and you guys know if you try to send thousands of dollars, like on Western Union, if you try to send thousands of dollars using your credit cards, send thousands of dollars by the traditional methods, you know good and well, you could be spending hundreds of dollars in fees. But unbelievably, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know how to describe this, because I'm going to have to bring the man on, because I would be doing disservice, because I'd be excited when I start talking about $1,500, $2,000, and it can be there like, wait, just from the intro till now, you could already be withdrawing the money. That's what we're talking about within 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so special. This is the beginning, and we got a lot to talk about. So you're going to see this man on more than a few times. This is the first time. Roderick Alexander. I'm going to bring him up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, in about a few minutes, but you guys know how we do these live streams. We have Jubielee J in the house, a real estate investor. He's a guy that's sending money over to the DR. He's the guy that's sitting there making sure he has to do these transfers and taking some of his money every time he sends money. He is here. Thank you so much for being in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. He has the icon next to his name, which means he's a member of the channel, Roderick. Hopefully you can hear me back there. Jubielee J. He says, hello, SSN Nation. Happy Friday, everyone. Receive a notification and trailer. We have our Professor Auntie Val, who's here. This will open the doors for her beachfront Java business. That's right. People can send you money. That's right. Listen to me, Professor. People can send you money to your account, even if they don't have the cards and accounts they need. But Roderick's going to tell us all about it, because she wants to send over some beachfront Java to the Dominican Republic. Now, Professor Auntie Val, thank you so much for being in the SSN Nation Friday night live stream. Good evening, fam. And by the way, I mentioned beachfront Java. So we're going to let Roderick know about beachfront Java as well. Whole beans, fine ground, drip ground from premium blends from around the world. Indonesia, Africa, that's right, Peru, Honduras. It's exciting and even has teas now. Make sure you use SSN Lifestyle promo code, all caps, SSN Lifestyle promo code, so you get 10% off for life after your first order, free shipping in the United States. And she brings her tagline, good evening, fam, with the heart, with the strength, with the support, and the cup of beachfront Java. And the man that all made this possible, Georges Charles, is in the house. He's the man that said, hey, Eric, you know, when we're sending our money over to the DR and you're having like a freaking $80 coming out, $40 coming out, what if it was $3? What if it was $5? I was like, get out of here, man. Stop messing with me like this. So then I talked with Roderick, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's true. And thank you so much, Georges Charles, for being here. And he says it right. Hey, all, I smell money in here. You're damn right he smells money in here. This is where the big boys play. And tonight we have big boy moves. And you know what I'm looking for? Expansion. Those wire fees are, yes, they are. Exactly. But no longer, ladies and gentlemen, if you're sending money over to the DR, Pennies is what we're talking about now. Victor Marrero, another person who has invested in the Dominican Republic, who also sends money over there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, gone are those $40, $50, $60 wire fees. Gone. How about under $10 for what you're sending? How about under $5? And oh, by the way, it's over there today. We don't have to wait 5, 6, 8 days for the wire to be confirmed. All right, enough of me ranting and raving. I'm going to bring on Mr. Roderick Alexander in the house, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming. Check this out. Here's the man of the hour. Thank you so much for being here, man. I greatly appreciate it. This is exciting. This is actually happening right now. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say it's going on already. This isn't some pie in the sky dream. Transactions, the currency exchanges, everything that happens in the back end has been going on for, I don't know how long, about a month or a year. Months, not a year.
About a year. About a year. Yeah, about a year.
Exactly. So, Roderick, say hello to the people here in the SSN Nation, and thank you again for being here. This is so exciting, man.
Man, it's glad to be here. You know, when you've got me excited about sending money. You know, it's one thing to kind of hear it, but the way you describe it and just what I know people are going through, it just makes sense because again, I started on this really in January of 2021 is when I really started this process. I just needed to find a better way. I needed to make this process make more sense. And what happened was I actually got banned from like the money sending services, and I was using it for business.
Right.
So so Western Union, I was sending money back and forth to my lawyer because I was looking at making some moves and doing some business. And Western Union, they called me and was like, they asked me the question. They said, well, why are you sending so much money? And to be honest with you, I felt like this was going to be my time to shine. I was like, hey, listen, I'm doing big business, baby. You know, I got more money coming. I'm keep it pumping. And they were like, oh, okay. And they blocked me.
That's right. I knew it was coming.
Blocked me. And it was like, well, if you read this paragraph and that paragraph, Western Union is for personal.
Yep.
So what I didn't know at the time was that Western Union and all of them are all intricately connected because of anti-money laundering. So, you know, you can't use one and go to another one and your ID is just passed around. So I was blocked. So I was like, okay, I've got to find a way and I've got to do it. So I went to Stripe because I was using Stripe as well. And I was like, listen, guys, I need to send money to the Dominican Republic. This is before Stripe. This is in 2017, 2018, when Stripe was not who they are today, you know, $100 billion company. Yes. This is when you could email and somebody would, you know, get right back to you. And they just said, no, we don't have plans in doing that. So I asked a lot of different processors. I said, hey, can you process for me? And, you know, they had me send them my plan, my ideas. Nobody would process for me. So I said, you know what? I need to figure out how to do this on my own. So, you know, I started doing research and I found out that what banks were looking for, I didn't have any of that. Like I didn't have 10 years experience, you know, sending money. I didn't have a banking institution. I didn't have anything, but I just had a great idea. And so 2021, that was a lot of changes in the world. We had the pandemic. And then we had I'll be honest with you, some racial events that happened. And everybody's familiar with what happened with George Floyd. So at the time, most of the banks and businesses, they were saying, listen, we're going to be inclusive to other communities. We're going to get everybody the opportunity to really, do things. So a lot of people started hair salons, nail salons, trucking companies, restaurants. And I went and said, I want to be a global merchant processor. And they were like, don't pick that one. Like, yeah, that's the one I want. I want global merchant processor. I want to be able to process my own payments. And so they were like, okay. And so what ended up happening, I got to be honest, there were a team at Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase, the largest private bank in the world, the fifth largest in the world after the 4 banks in China. So really the largest bank in the world. So it would be the hardest for me to get this type of to be a processor with them. So the deck and everybody was telling me it just probably wasn't going to happen. I just couldn't take that as the right answer. So I was like, what do I need to do? So after I got with these special people at JP Morgan Chase that said, listen, we see your idea. We know what you want to do. If you follow us, if you just don't be, don't get frustrated, just go through the process. Because I had to get KYC'd. They checked my entire life, make sure that everything, I mean, they did their due diligence on me personally. And after about 8 or 9 months, I was given the go ahead and told that, yeah, man, you passed. You are, a global merchant processor. You can process in any currency in the world. And my plan was to start in the Dominican Republic because I have a history with the Dominican Republic, but I didn't want to try to go out and have 10, 15 different countries. That's just too much. Why not just get it, perfect it, and then you can expand after that. But yeah, it happened, man. So I am, one of one right now. But
yes,
we're looking to open the door for other people to kind of get in this space. But it's definitely a privilege to be here and that I can now give back. And so I realized that the key to the way money transfer and the fees and this and that, it's just to keep it in the hands of the people who say, here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do, give it to the people. And here I am, I'm in the business. I'm in there and I can say, we can do that for a lot less, because I was a user. I was getting charged those fees. And so I said, we can do better. And so and we'll get into a little bit how I came up with the plan. So I really wanted an application that had everything involved. When I was sending money, I was using 3 apps. I had to use the connection app, which was usually WhatsApp, to call and talk internationally. Then I had to Google Translate. Then I had to use the app to make the money transfer. So I was using 3, sometimes 4 apps to make this happen. So I said, you know what? I'm going to have everything in one app. So in my app, Jubilee, and I'll tell you where I got that name from in a little bit, but in my app, Jubilee, you can do everything. You can make phone calls. You can send text messages. You could be on the phone with somebody, look at the screen, send them money in the middle of a conversation. I needed it to be that simple and that easy. And that was just what I went for. So, almost 3 years later, we're here. The last couple of months have really started to pick up because we've started talking about it. We've started marketing. And again, I said I started this back in January of 2021. So I spent most of 2021 just in development. I spent all of 2022 in development and getting things right. And then in 2023, we kind of started it out in a controlled environment just to kind of see where the bugs hit, what we needed to fix, and then to take notes and then input from users so that we can make it better.
But first of all, do we want to tell the people the name of the app?
Yes, the name of the app, Jubilee. And so here's where I got that name from. And that's why this means it definitely means a lot to me. It's named after my mom. My mom was, she was Aunt Jubilee. So and she's the one that started me in this process. So if I go way back, my mother started me and my brothers on the road to entrepreneurship at the age of 12. She was the neighborhood candy lady. If you're familiar with the candy lady. So my mother would go to work, and then I guess I was by default the manager, because my brother Corey and Travis, had to make sure that they didn't, eat honey buns in the morning. But when I started that store, there it is, Jubilee. Yep. Right there. Jubilee. Yep. When I got that, and it triggered something in me that said, this is what I want to do. So I've never had a 9-to-5. I've just been blessed to go and have my businesses grow and grow. So this is all that I know. This is all that I know. It's been difficult for the simple fact that a lot of people still have a hard time believing that.
Yes. Yes, I did initially. Yeah, I was like, get out of here with this. I was like, stop what you're saying, because everybody understands basically if we have to send money over, we're going to, like you're saying, I'll just give competition. I mean, whatever. They're not really competition anymore. Western Union. Yep. You got to go to Western Union. Then you got to send it. You can use your credit card on their website and all this crazy, but the fees, like, who knows what it is? Sometimes it's $80, sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's 120. It's all over the map, depending on how you send money. Then people go, hey, Eric, why don't you use Remitly? I'm like, I'm in the USA. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't send no money like this. I don't know what this is. Then the next move, they say, okay, we'll send PayPal. No, that won't work either. I get delays. I'm just like, nothing works. Yeah. So then they say, okay, just wire the money. And then I'm like, okay, that's $40, $50 if I go into the bank.
And then
no matter what the amount,
they're going to charge you on their side to process it.
Exactly.
The other 50. Yeah.
Yeah. It gets crazy. It's like, what's going on here? So when you started telling me certain things, I was just like, when you said, no, we sent $1,500, I believe was the number. And I'm like, $1,500 what? $1,500 or pesos? So you go $1,500, and you're like, I think it costs like $5, $4. I was like, wait,
$4.79.
Yeah, there you go. I was like, what the? I said, wait a minute, no way. And so after that, we did a little testing and some other things in the app, and I was like, oh my God, $5 for every fifth. It's not even every 1,500 either. It's based on some algorithm, so we don't know what it comes out to.
Yeah, and so I will say this. For the most that you'll spend in terms of sending money is probably going to be about $19 to $20, to be honest with you. Like if somebody was sending 10,000, then that it would be like that. But again, the way this works, it's just
exactly
the way this works. So I'm also through Chase, I can do ECP. That's electronic check processing. It's like the father of ACH.
Wow.
So the platform or the service is really in the banking. It's called ECP, electronic check processing.
Yes.
The public knows it as ACH. So I can do those types of payments. Now, normally those will take about 2 days because we have to let those take about 2 days. But because of the process in getting from bank to deposit and things like that. So that takes a little bit. But when you're doing like if you use your credit card or debit card, then that's instant that goes in because for us or for the receiver, they're just getting a cash transfer. They're just getting a cash transfer. And so that's why it's so fast, because there, if you're using your card, and I'm just going to get a little technical here. If you're using your card, then once you swipe your card and you authenticate it and you say, yep, I'm using it, that's the 3D secure. And then we know that money is safe. Then we go ahead and send it, because we know we'll get it a day or two later. And again, for stop struggling, we're just going to give it to you. We're going to give you the full deal. So people that actually listen to this or watch this broadcast, whatever questions you have about how it works, I'm gonna be open and just really share it with you guys, because I do want people to stop struggling. I want you to know what it is you're doing,
exactly,
and understand. So definitely here to answer questions, and just to show how what I'm doing helps not only businesses, but it helps people personally. It actually causes prices to go down. Let me give you a quick example. If you have a restaurant and the tax rate here is very high, so you could be paying anywhere 18% on a credit card purchase. So you've got to add that in to what you're charging. So if you wanted 1,000 pesos for, let's just say, a meal, you're going to charge close to 1,200, because you've got to build in that 20 or 200 pesos to cover the cost of the transaction. But because what I'm doing, the person that's using their card, they pay the normal fee, and the receiver receives 100% of what they're charging. So they would get, if you're charging 1,000 pesos, the person receives 1,000 pesos. You see what I'm saying? And the person that's paying would pay 1,030 pesos, something like that. So what I don't want to have to do, and what doesn't have to happen, is credit card companies charge on both sides. They charge the receiver and they charge the sender. Anybody that has the machines, they know. They say, I made $100, but I got to pay $4, to the company. Why?
Yep. Exactly.
Why? Because you're using older equipment, outdated equipment, and things like that. So let me give you a visual.
Okay.
If you're on a road and Western Union and all of these big companies, they're like big 18-wheelers. So they're brick and mortar, or they're so deeply entrenched in what they've built over the last 20, 30, 40 years. So as they go down the road, technology is going the other way. So I'm in a smart car. So I'm going the other way quickly. So for those big companies to really they've got to turn that big truck around, and that's not easy. So people always ask me, well, are they can they do what you do? Well, yes, but they've got to change. They've got to take that big 18-wheel and turn it all the way around on a tight road. And I'm in this little car, and I'm going down the road of technology. So for me, the world is, as we know, you can call anyone in the world right now on your cell phone and do a FaceTime. So why are we still, think about it like this, in money transfer, why are we going from a bank to the exchange in the US, to the exchange in the foreign country, to the bank that you wanted to go to get that approved, to send a message back to the exchange, back to the other exchange, back to the bank to say it's okay to send it, and then they send it? Why are we still doing that? Exactly. When I can just say, you got it, you want it, done. But
that's
where the
that's the thing. Exactly. But that's just the thing. What people don't understand is, I alluded to it, but let them know the timing is literally what you're saying when we're not using an ECP method, but when somebody's saying, hey, I want to send using my debit card or my credit card or from a bank.
Yeah, it's account. 3 minutes. Yeah.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. 3 minutes.
Because that's
From
just
USA
the time it takes. Yeah. Yeah.
To the Dominican Republic. When you tell somebody, hey, by the time you sent it, then you get there and you text them or call them. By the time you get off the phone saying, yeah, I sent you this, here's the number, you can go pick up the money. And literally from their time they start walking or getting on their bike or getting in their car, it's already there.
Yeah, it's already in the
there.
account. Yeah.
That's crazy. Now, the question is what about weekends?
Oh, it's 24/7.
Oh my God.
Yeah, right now it's what, about 9:45.
Yes, 9:45.
All the banks are closed.
Exactly.
All the Casa de Cambio.
Yes.
The Western Unions, everybody's closed. So if you need 5,000 pesos right now, where would you get it? How would you get it? Exactly. So with us, you just send it, and you can either, of course, go straight to the account, or you can send it to the ATM machine, and that's the one where I had to tell you about that one because you were like, no.
Yes.
And so no, we have something in the Dominican Republic called Sin Tarjeta, and
yes.
And well, let me say this: I'm a U.S. citizen, but I'm currently living in the Dominican Republic. So this is, I actually had to move here to make it work.
Yes.
So you can go to the ATM machine with a code and the amount that you're going to get out. You go to the machine, you put it in, put the code in, and put the other information, how much you're supposed to get, and it comes right out. And until you saw it with your own eyes, you were like, man, I don't know. I was like, yeah, man. So that's something that you can do here.
Ladies and gentlemen, just what he just said. America always thinks they're ahead of the curve, but they're not. I keep telling you guys this. The rest of the world is actually ahead, but we're pounding our chest that we have the best technology. What he literally just said, I was still in disbelief, but don't worry. I have a video. Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see that video here tonight. Right now, in fact, since he mentioned this, because I just couldn't believe that I could send money using the Jubilee app. Mm-hmm. I could say, okay, $1,500 USD. I can send, it translates into a Dominican peso on the other side. And a person can go, 85,000. That's right. 85,000 Dominican peso. That's what it comes out to, roughly. And so then they don't need a bank account. That's the thing. They can go to an ATM machine, put in a PIN number, kind of like that MoneyGram or Western Union tracking number, same type of thing, and no card needed. Put in the code and money comes out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to show you the video because until I saw this, I was just like, wait, what's going on here? And then come to find out there's, I don't know about testing in the United States, but apparently they have some of these things in Canada. I can't believe it. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Nothing in America for these machines. Man, Roderick, this is major. This is major. Yeah. So the question is now, there's another side to this. Mm-hmm. I always think business, right? This is like what we do here. We think stop struggling now, but then opportunities arise. How do we get the ATM machines? Where do you get the ATM?
Now here's what I'm really looking to do. Right now, we go through the two major banks here. So you can go, they have banks everywhere. Mm-hmm. I am looking to get my own ATM machines so that with my own ATM machines, it'll be looped into my Jubilee system.
Exactly.
And then in terms of limits, there'll be no limits because right now there is a limit on what we can send per day. Mm-hmm. And I want to eliminate that. So I've been doing my research and trying to find a smart, if you know that there are some smart ATM machines that don't need a card, and so that's what I've been researching. So hopefully at some time in 2024, I will have, the Jubilee ATM machines, and that's really going to change the game.
That changes the game right there. Yeah. Then you don't even need a center.
Exactly.
That's the thing, right? They just have to be a normal ATM machine.
Just ATM
All right,
machine.
ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to caution you. I'm going to play this video, but the volume is kind of high on the video. I can't change the volume.
Turn that volume down.
Yeah, so turn your volume down. That's all I want to tell you now. Get your volume a little bit low. So here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Take out money without the card, right? So this is how it works.
You can smile, Roderick.
A lot of people say it's not possible. So I'm going to go here, transactions, sin tarjeta. I'm going to go with Código Cash. I'm going to go with the scheduler first, 0. And I'm going to hit enter. Code is 905453. And I'm going to say 7,000 pesos. And you see that ended in 2? He put 3. So if I would have put the wrong number in, then he'd say, you didn't get it. But it's right here. Okay. So I didn't put a card in. And again, only with Jubilee, baby. No card, no nothing. 7,000 because we needed it real quick. There it is. Come on out. Don't be shy. 7,000. Now, how easy was that?
Yeah, that's it. I think you're on. I think you're on mute. I think you're on mute. There you go. Is Eric on mute?
Speaker. All right.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. I'm just like, no way. This is not. I can't believe it. And there is KYC when we had to sign up, right? When we got the Jubilee app, we had to have KYC. So you guys go download the software.
Let me explain that. And so here's the thing. If you've used Western Union or you've used a lot of the other guys, and again, if it works for you, then I'm saying more power to you. But and definitely, I think that being able to send the money, I just think that my way is a little better. But so here's the thing: when you send money with Western Union, they aren't really checking who you are. They may look at your ID or whatever just to put the information on the card. But that ID could be fake ID. It could be anything. What we do is we do a KYC through SumSub, SUMSUB, www.sumsub.com. They are a worldwide company that checks for they validate identities. They also validate bank accounts and things like that. But we do KYC on everybody that's on the platform. Now, what that allows us to do is to eliminate all of our users from anti-money laundering, eliminate all of our users from the PEP, that's politically exposed persons, and that's people who are politicians that they can bribe with money, things like that, and then also blacklisted. So it checks all of that. So everybody on our platform, so hear this, everybody on our platform has been cleared. So then why? Because I saw so no, he doesn't know yet, but he'll probably know this week. So here's my thing. Why do you control people's money if they've already been cleared and they aren't on any watch list? They've been cleared with no money laundering. They've verified their identity. Why would a company then tell me or ask me, why am I sending $4,000 this week and I want to send $4,000 next week?
Exactly.
Why are you questioning what I want to do with my money? I've been, and here's the thing. I'm sending it to another person that's been verified.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
it's we verified everything. Why Western Union people who they question. Sometimes they want your tax returns. Sometimes they want to know where do you work. They want to know all these things, and I simply want to send my grandma $150. That's all.
Yeah.
Or I want to pay for some property.
Yeah.
So that's why we go through and we do that at the beginning. See what a lot of these companies do, they just bring all the money in, give us all the money, and then we'll limit on what you can do. We get a lot of people who come to our platform, they start to sign up, and then once they have to give their identity, they
right.
And I say I understand.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Because you asked for picture too. You asked for photo ID, picture, and holding up what you're
ID.
supposed to do, holding up the ID and everything.
This is me. Because again, some people say, I don't want to do all that. That's too much information. And what I'm saying is I respect it, but understand that if I'm going to have my platform open, it's got to be done right.
That's right.
And so that's why if you look up the companies that support us, you'll see it's world. I mean, we have companies that do this on a worldwide scale.
Exactly. It's beautiful, man.
I didn't cut corners on anything.
No, you can't. You can't because you sound like you're similar to. Yeah, you sound like you're similar with me. When it's things like when you go down to Western Union, I've been sending ever since for 30 years when I first started. 25, 30 years ago, when I used to be in the gambling mecca, I would, when my winnings would come, I wouldn't keep my winnings or chips. I would just cash in, and the Western Union store was across the street from the casino. So I would just go across the street, $4,000. I would send it to myself. So I didn't have access to it, so I couldn't lose it. Right. So that's what I would do. So I've been doing it for so long, and then unbelievably, all of a sudden, it's 5 years later, I'm sending like $1,500, and the Western Union person looks at me and says, where do you live? I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, why?
I mean, system already. You had to put it in, and then they started asking me, where you get this money from? And then he says, oh, no, I'm not going to send that $3,000-4,000. I'm only going to allow you to send 1,000. I'm like, I'm in the system. You can see I've sent.
You can see I've sent a lot of money. Yeah.
It's like, what is this? So that's exactly. So I vowed not to use Western Union if I can avoid them, right? Just because of it. I'm like, where's MoneyGram at now? And so so it's crazy.
And that's like really one of the things. Again, I was hit with the whole same thing. And I was like, why am I getting blocked? Why are you guys continuing to block this money? And they would say, well, you can send it again. So, okay, so let me get this right. I sent $250. You guys aren't going to let them pick that up.
Right.
And you can't tell me why. But I can now send more money, another $250, and then wait for that $250 to come back to me in a couple of days, maybe 5, who knows?
Yep.
How do you know that wasn't my last $250 that I was sending my grandma?
Exactly. Exactly.
And so I actually, and I'll show this because I've been shooting a documentary for the last 4 or 5 years in terms of just me growing and this vision that I had of actually doing this, and I have the conversation with Western Union. I saved it because, it's like, do you want to save this conversation? Right. Yes. Mm-hmm. I want to save it, and I want to remember it.
Exactly.
I want to remember them telling me that we got your money. We're not going to let the person pick it up.
Exactly.
But you can send it again. And I'm like, I'm going to remember this.
Exactly.
And so I actually looked at it the other day, and I was like, I remember.
Yeah, held hostage. Yep. But here's a great question. Can they pick money up at any ATM? That's going to be a no because it has to be a special ATM.
Yeah, so right now you can pick the money up at Banco Popular, Banreservas, or let me speak it in English, BHD. BHD. So we have the 3 that you can pick it up from. And those are the main 3.
Okay. But hold on. We're referring to ATM machines. So are you
Yes.
saying all their ATMs you can put in a
Yeah.
digital code?
Yeah. Yeah. All of their
Wow.
ATM.
Holy smokes.
Every bank, every bond reserves, every
No,
Banco
man.
Popular, and every BHD, they have a new thing. It says Sin Tarjeta or Código Cash,
Wow.
code cash. But
Wow.
Sin Tarjeta is without card. So yeah, they have that now as a button to press.
Jeez. So,
Because let me say this really quick.
okay.
Because Dominican Republic is one of the most unbanked countries in the world. So
That's correct.
there's a lot of people without bank accounts. A
That's
lot
right.
of people,
That's right.
you know. And so what happens is they're living in a cash type society where it's like you have people who only want to accept cash. I'm sorry, transfers or credit, but these people are having cash, and so it's like, man, it's crazy.
Exactly.
So that's why I said let me merge the worlds, which is why it's good for people. I think we spoke about some people with some businesses. It's just, if you go to a business in the Dominican Republic, you say, if you say, well, how can I pay? They really want two ways right now: cash
Yep.
or money transfer, bank to bank.
Really?
Now I don't know. Yes, yep, because
Yeah.
transfer bank to bank is the best thing for them because it
Right.
goes right into the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
So here's what. So let me say this: how many people travel with their banking information readily available, like my bank account routing number? They say, give me that. You say, I got it right here.
Right. That's not going to happen.
And so because when I was I was buying furniture, and so I was like, pull out my plastic, that platinum American Express, like I'm getting ready to.
Yeah.
And they were like,
Nope.
I was like, what is the? I was
Right.
like, yeah, this is They said, no, cash,
Right.
or
Right.
bank transfer. And
Right.
I was like, well, how am I going to transfer it from the bank?
Right. Exactly.
And then now here's something: if you come to the Dominican Republic, everybody does have this they'll say, like the businesses, and it'll be all of their accounts with their numbers. So they're like, so now you have to take that, and then you've got to get your stuff and match it up, and then you've got to do a bank transfer, and you've got to do all of this, and then they've got to look and wait to see if they see it, and then they go through all of that, and it could be 30 to 45 minutes, or you may not have it on you.
Oh, wow.
But with Jubilee, or it's just because when I send it to you, the method that I use to get the money doesn't matter. But the method that you're going to receive it is going to be a cash transfer to your account. So I could use, newsflash.
Yeah.
Listen, watch this. You can use your Zelle.
Oh.
Yeah, watch this. You can use your Zelle. You can use your Apple Pay. You can use your Google Pay. You can use your bank account. You can use a credit card, a debit card, and any card that's on the Chase platform. So if you actually have a Home Depot card, I have to get the list. Chase is a monster.
Oh, yeah.
And they have given me access to all of it. So I'm saying you can use any of these forms to send it. And if somebody say we don't accept credit cards, doesn't matter.
Right.
You accept cash because that's what you're going to get. I just so happen to use it as, my credit card, but you're getting cash. You're not waiting 3 days for your money to come in minus what you're getting, exactly what you're charging the person. If it's 1,500 pesos, you're getting 1,500 pesos in your account. If it's 3,000 pesos, 8,000 pesos, that's what you're getting in your account because it's a bank transfer.
Wow.
Now, I'm taking it from my Home Depot card, or I'm taking it from my bank account, it doesn't matter, because for the receiver, you're getting it in the way that makes sense, which is cash transfer. Absolutely.
Okay. Now,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did bring up something about the ATM. I forgot to ask. When you withdrew, do you have the normal ATM fees?
No.
Oh my God.
No. I on my app, I said, give me 7,000, and 7,000 came out.
Okay.
This is why I said I must get my own ATM machines, because listen, I don't know if they understand.
Right.
But when I saw it, I said,
Right.
I understand what they're doing.
Right.
See, for them, not many people have it, so they aren't. People in Dominican Republic still don't even know that it's here.
Right.
They're like, I could get money out of the bank. I'm like, yeah, just use Jubilee. So most people think that it's a Jubilee thing, but we're going through the banking systems. But, it's like they don't even know. But let me say this. Here's something. It's only in the Dominican Republic right now, but we do have a list of countries that we're looking to go to. But it's on, and this is with one of your viewers, Victor.
Yeah.
So we can make special arrangements. So, for instance, if somebody like with the Bermuda, I'm making a special arrangement with somebody that wants to do a transfer from the Dominican Republic to Bermuda and from the U.S. to Bermuda. So I'm just working with them directly to make that happen. Because again, like I said, I'm a global merchant processor. So I can process into whatever currency is that the United States does not have blocked.
Yeah.
So if Chase can send it, I can send it.
Exactly.
But I was going to say, in terms of that ATM, another big thing with the ATM, I'm going to tell you something that's probably going to make it's going to be hard for you to believe, but I'm going to tell you. Do you know that there's people in their 20s and 30s and 40s that have never been to an ATM machine and taken out money?
No.
Absolutely. Listen.
What?
When some of the people take out money at the ATM, it's the first time they've ever used an ATM.
Wow.
Because they don't have bank accounts. So what are you going to do?
Yeah, you never
The
have
ATM
one.
has nothing to do with you and your life.
Right.
So here's just a little thing. The people who technically don't have money, they stand in line and they wait in Western Union because somebody's sending you money.
That's right.
But the people with money, they get to go to the ATM and stick the card in.
Right.
And so when people go to the ATM and they stand in front of it for the first time and they're, pushing the buttons and they get money, oh man, the way that I've seen people smile by going to the ATM the first time, that's all they want to do now.
That's freedom. That's freedom and life changing.
Right. Yeah. Because again, you see the lines, you see the wait, you see what you have to go through. And I can just go to the ATM machine and put in a couple of digits in this and I can get it. And it makes me feel good going to the ATM machine.
Right.
Yeah, man. That's why I say, in the US, you don't think about it. My mom had me taking money out of, and people, it used to be called the Tilly machine. The Tilly. and I remember my mom, I had my first opportunity. She gave me the 4 digits. And I think I was maybe 12 or 13. She let me take out money at the Tilly machine. And I was like, oh man, this is it. But yeah, so it's some people, it's their first time. So, everything that we're looking to do, I empathize with the users and the people that use the app. Because again, that whole sometimes, and this is not a lot of your investors, but even if they have family members here, but I empathize in understanding that when I see people standing in line, sometimes for hours with children, waiting to get the money to go get food.
Exactly.
But now they're telling you can't get it. So now the stress, not only the stress of the person receiving, but let me give my own personal story. The stress that I felt when I would get the phone call, like, what do you mean you can't get it?
Exactly.
Because 9 times out of 10, I really didn't want to send it. You know what I'm saying? Like now I've got to deal with trying to, get this money released, and so it's a burden. So because I may have spelled the name wrong.
Right.
I thought it was Ramirez. I didn't know it was Ramirez.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But so with my app, the only thing that the person sending has to do is just send. You don't have to worry about how the person spells their name. You don't have to worry about their bank account. You don't have to worry about anything because the user inputs that information. So the sender just has to send. That's it. And I think that's all I should be worried about.
Exactly.
I done sent the money.
Exactly.
But what else do you want me to do?
Exactly.
I got your name wrong because you said it was your last name, but it's the third and the fourth.
Right.
It's not the last. That's your mama. It gets crazy.
Right.
But yeah, man. But listen, definitely, this is it's been definitely been a journey where I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about people, and again, the biggest thing is just people giving it the chance and saying, okay, because if you can remember your first Cash App send, when you got it and you sent it, you put your credit card information and you sent it in, and you were like, wow. Someone said, can they use this from Canada? Actually, yes. All of them. Okay. So Chase is North America. Chase is in North America. So I can go into any bank account in North America. So you can use it in Canada going to the U.S. My only thing right now would be going from. I'd have to test it to go from the U.S. or the Dominican Republic into a bank in Canada. I'd have to check it because I just haven't done it. But now that someone has said it, I'm actually going to do a test. I'm going to test it. But what I've been, coming from Chase, they said any bank in North America, you have access to. So Canadian credit cards, all of that I can process.
Exactly. And I want to talk to you about something because we have a lot of people here that understands. I've been talking about Dominican Republic, the real estate for the last 4 years. Mm-hmm. So pre-construction, and they have to send payments over.
Yes.
And what we talk about the tourism numbers, and you may or may not know the tourist numbers that
I do.
55% of all tourists are from United States.
Got it.
The second leading is Canada.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Canada and USA to Dominican Republic for money transfers makes perfect good sense.
And just from the US alone, they send this. It was 15 billion. They said it should be about $16 billion this year.
Exactly.
$16 billion sent. It's the second biggest industry here.
Yeah.
Tourism. I mean, you have tourism and then you have remittance.
Exactly.
15 to 16 billion dollars. That's what they know.
Right.
Now, the people who don't have bank accounts, and this is how we help other people. The people who don't have bank accounts, they're sending money to their cousin, and then they have their cousin send it, and then 2 or 3 of those times, the cousin somehow got robbed again of your money. It's like, did you get robbed again this time?
Right.
Or is my money gonna make it?
Right.
So, but they've got to send money and hand money off and do all these things. Where with us, we bring people out of the dark, and you can come into the light and do it right in front of and just be with it. Okay, Scotiabank. Yep, we can do Scotiabank. Absolutely.
Right. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Scotiabank is easy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's on the list.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Scotiabank is good.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Victor Marrero. How long have you been in Dominican Republic?
Okay, so my first trip to the Dominican Republic was January 2001, right after Y2K, and we were like, "Is it gonna work?" Oh no, I think that's 2000. Was it? January 2000. Yeah. So that's when I first came to the DR, and my history. So kind of get an idea. Back in 1992, I did go to the military and went to basic training and then went to AIT, and I met my wife in AIT, and 30 days later, we got married, and then I realized she could speak Spanish, and I was like,
oh,
I didn't know that.
right.
She said, I'm Dominican, and I'm like, well, where's that? So I didn't know. I'm from Atlanta, right? So I'm from the South in Atlanta. I knew Mexico,
right,
France, because I took
right.
French, but Dominican Republic, where's that? So that was 1992. 2000, went to Dominican Republic, and I didn't come back until 2015. But when I came back in 2015, I came maybe 2 times in 2015, 5 or 6 times 2016, 2017, 18, and 19. I was here almost every month. And then in the pandemic, 2020, 2021 kind of changed a little bit. And then the end part of 2021 is when I moved here. So I've been here for over, 2 years straight now. So I packed up shop in the U.S. I had a really good business in the U.S. I had a really good business in the U.S. But I saw this as a bigger opportunity. And so I decided to go for it. So I've been here for two and a half years living. But when I was coming back and forth, I would come 9 times a year. So I'd come and then stay for 20 days, back to the U.S. for 10, here for 30 days. And so I was in between. So I was the verification process. The verification process, sometimes it takes 15 minutes or so. It just depends. I was playing with it right now. So if somebody was trying to verify, I put it on manual so that I was trying to show Eric some things. So it probably, let me turn it back on. And that's the thing. When I tell you that I am, I've done a lot of the programming, it's because this is what I do. You know what I mean? So You're talking, it's right here. So, okay. Yeah, I see. Is that, looks like Desmond. So what I'll do is I'll do it live while we're talking. So I'll turn it over to you. He'll be confirmed in 2 minutes, and then we'll go. So let me turn it back on.
All right. Yeah, I'll put you in the background. You do what you got to do.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna have a little conversation while we're talking, because you guys, look, this is major. This is what we have been looking for. Now, let me explain for all of you who are real estate investors or people who need to show funds. You could be an expat. You want to get residency. You want to be in the DR permanently, not having to leave like in 91 days or 90 days. So what we want to do is when you go to the Dominican Republic, open a bank account. Make sure you get a letter from your bank in the United States that says you are a great customer. Everything is good. All right. You're a great customer, because they want to see a letter sometimes. So you go open up your bank account. Now, the reason I say this, all of us who are doing pre-construction, we have to send our wire money over. But in this case, you wire it to your bank account. So that bank has the situation to them showing 1,500, 1,000, 2,500, whatever your payments are that you're sending. And then you use the Jubilee app to send it over to the bank account that you have in the DR, then you sending money over to the bank account of the developer. Now you have a track record when you have to go over to Scotiabank, BDH, and have to go get your loan. They're sitting there going, well, wait a minute, this guy has a bank account here. What's been going on? And they see these transfers that's been happening for 1 year, 2 years, or more, possibly in some of your cases. So that helps you out to establish a banking relationship there. So I just want to let you guys know that is major. That's what this all came about. When George Charles told me about it, I was in disbelief, but you guys probably went through the same steps I did. We know ATM machines. We've never seen an ATM machine that says, hey, put in your PIN, somebody sent you money, you don't need a card, and then money comes out and there's no ATM fees. We've never seen anything like that. You know there's ATM fees. When you don't even have a debit card, you're thinking they're going to take fees or some percentage. And when we're talking about the 85,000 pesos that we're talking about, I believe that's around $1,500. Can you guys believe that was $4, and he likes to be direct about it. I think it was $4.79. I'm going to bring him back up, so he'll talk about that in a second. But $4.79, ladies and gentlemen. That's how crazy this is. Crazy stuff. All right.
Okay, so I think we got somebody. We wanted to do that, and I think you know what you sent me the link, and a lot of people want to get on the link, but it looks like we sent the link to the video. So what's the link to the show? I just wanted to make sure that people. Is that the link to the show?
Yeah, link to the show. Yeah, that's the one I sent. Hold on, I'll put it in. I'll send it again just to make sure.
Right, because I had a lot of people that said, I wanted them to jump on and see.
That's not the link to the show.
Yeah, they were like, "Wait a minute, that's the link to get money."
Link to get money. That's weird.
Yeah, the link, the video, because I sent you the video. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me see what we got here. Is that it? No, hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah, that went somewhere else. Okay. I think that was your video.
Right. Yeah, that's what I just video. Yeah, I sent that out to everybody. They were like, "Hey man, we done seen you take out the money 3 times." So.
Right. Okay. I sent you the wrong one, man. I'm sorry about that.
If you have the right link, so let me see.
I just put it in the back office now. And anybody watch? Well, if they didn't watch, then I'm putting it in the chat room too. Yeah. Page came up but stuck on update profile. Oh.
Okay, talk to me.
Yeah, you got to update your profile. That's all. Yeah. You're gonna put in the username and things like that.
Yep.
Yeah, I've already done it, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So let me say this. The reason, okay, so with Western Union and all these other services, when you give your information, they just pass that information along to any and everybody.
Yep.
And so this is why when they say update your profile, so your name, could be Larry Johnson, but on the system, it's going to be Big L, because it's going to say Big L sent you some money. So we want to make sure that we keep everybody. How do you say? We want to make sure that we keep people. We want to keep you safe, because having your information out like that, it's just not the best or the safest way. And so that's one of the things that that we want to make sure that we do, because again, let's just take what Victor said. He said there is a huge this diaspora of Dominicans in New York. Yeah, okay. And so a lot of things that happen is people get your information, and they can use that any kind of way. And so we don't want that. We don't want that. We want to keep you as safe as possible.
Exactly.
And so that's why we build a lot of things in. And I'll be transparent and say, here's the deal. My name is Roderick Alexander Fitzhugh. But again, people call me Alex here because they can't say Roderick. So I sent money to somebody one time, and they were like, "Hola, Roderick, ¿cómo estás?" What do you mean? You're not going to call me Alex?
Right.
But on that paperwork, I call it the paperwork that you get at Western Union. Yep. They have all your information, phone number, and I'm thinking they have your blood type, what your mother like to call you. And I was like, oh, I don't like that.
No.
I didn't feel good.
No.
I didn't feel good, because I'm like, I don't like that. And so here's something, and if we're just being honest, a lot of times people who send money, and this is not, you have investors and they're sending, but I'm just saying other people that send money, they'll get something plastered on the internet. And somebody will be like this. Showing everybody that you sent them, and it's just like, come on, and again, that's not stop struggling.
Right. Exactly.
We're going to banks and we're buying property. But
That's right.
even in that, we want to make sure that you are as safe and that your information is only going out to who you want to go out to. So, if your name, like George's, Charles, if he has that as his username, then that's who he is, because he wants that, because
Right.
he's sending it to the bank.
Exactly.
But if you're coming down for a weekend, I mean, if he came down for a weekend, he just might want to be Big G for that
Right.
weekend.
Right.
So now he's Big G because
Right.
he's paying for food at the lemon drop. So he want to be Big G.
Right.
So he has that opportunity to do that.
Yep. And I want to talk about something else that's significant as well, because we did talk about sending money to the bank. And one of my questions to you was, I can send money to the bank, but how is it trackable that the bank or who I sent it to, like a developer, the 1,500 or the 2,500 that comes in, I was worried about it would just show 2,500. Ladies and gentlemen, it's more to that. It actually shows the trace line just like you would at a bank. So you can tell them yourself. But,
so what happens is each transfer to the bank comes with a transaction number. So you get a transaction number in two ways. You get the digital transaction number from the app, and then you get the bank transaction number. So when you call, it has the bank transaction number, and then it has your name. So when you call, you say, hey, look, I just sent, $500, bank transaction number XYZ. And so they're able to match it all up, and so that it works. And I sent something for, we sent it, Georges, can you help me on that? We sent something and we had to just follow their instructions. In their instructions, they said in the comments, add this line, the apartment number or the unit number. And so that's what we did. Because we're able to, customize it. Because now, if you need to have something custom sent in the comments, you just add that in the comments, and then you hit send, and all of that information is sent.
Yes, just like when you do the bank wires, and then you have a memo.
The instructions.
The instructions. You always have to put in your unit number, your suite number, or developer, whatever their memo information is. So this is a game changer, you guys. No more $40, $50, $25, $30. Again,
and
$1,500. What's that?
No, I was going to say, even in that, even when you say, yes, it's going to cost money on this side, but then when you get the fees on the other side, they're going to charge you $40 or $50 as well. So I think people forget that, like, the total cost in this thing is a lot. So I'll give you a perfect example. And this is just me being transparent. So if you send money with Remitly or Western Union or all the other guys, let's say if you send $100 and you receive 5,500 pesos. With me, you might receive 5,400 pesos because my transfer rate is a little lower than theirs. But you receive 5,400 pesos. If you send it to the Western Union, then the person that's going to get the money, they have to spend a minimum of 200 pesos to get there. Then they have to spend the same 200 pesos to get back. So they've spent 400 pesos to go stand in line for an hour, 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours to get the same money, which would be lower at the end of the day, which is, it would be 5,100, or they can just go with me and get what you're going to get right there in a couple of minutes. So, and I had somebody ask me, they said, so why can't you give the same rate as those guys? And this is a good question with Victor. Yes, my ex-wife, yes, she was Dominican. She was from Santo Domingo. And wow, your wife's Dominican. She's in Naco. I'm right down the street from Naco. I'm in Piantini. So yes. So his in Victor, his wife's in Naco, She's right over there. I'm over here by the Blue Mall in Piantini. So you know the city. You know I'm right the other side of the Blue Mall. So yeah, we're neighbors. I love Naco. But yeah, so I was darn it. I didn't want to lose my train of thought. I was talking about where was I at?
Oh, yeah, I lost my train of thought. What we were talking about too.
Where were we at, Victor? Gosh,
yeah, we went to the thing, and I was like, oh,
yeah, we went to the thing, and I was like, I never want to do that. I saw this happen on another show, and I was like, I can't forget what you're talking about.
No, it's all right because I lost it too because we started talking about the DR.
Yeah, gosh darn it, I was talking about somebody help us. Where were we at? I was almost there. Darn it.
We can always come back to it.
Yeah, we can come back to it.
It'll come back up.
I'll watch the show again.
It'll come back up if you want to stay for a while. It'll come back up because a lot of people here they're like, there's a lot of basically there's at least about 8 to 10 people that's in here and probably 15 people watching overall that has an interest because they have to send money to the DR every month or every other month. And we're not talking about $500 or $300. Yeah. Some people have $2,000 a month or $4,000 every 2 months payments that they're sending. And the wire fee, $40-$50. But if I can, my thing with
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah. My thing with the wire is that I send the money on the wire. Mm-hmm. Now I call over in the DR 4 days later. I say, hey, do you guys know if you got the money? They're like, no, it's not here. I'm like, what? It's like a freaking week goes by, business days wise. Yeah. They still may not have the bank wire in their system from the transaction because they have to exchange.
Right. And because here and here's how that'll work. So what happens is, and it's crazy again, so there's different departments in the banking system here. So when a wire transfer comes in, they take a look at it. They do the eyeball test. This is a human department that looks, and they decide if they should let this go through. I was at the bank today with my assistant, Rafaelina, and because I have to use it, I have to use at some point, in terms of getting money back and forth, I have to use the old school method. Okay, this is my first time with the live, so when I see the messages, okay, so that's my personality. When I see an issue, I'm like, I gotta fix it. Came up a stuck on. Okay, so hang tight on that, Jay. I'm sorry, sir. We'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed, but it should not come up stuck. Okay, not sure why that's happening, but it should be. It should be going through. Nope, I wasn't on Shark Tank, man. If I was on Shark Tank, whoo, man, no. I have actually, I've been in front of a lot of people, and when people first started wanting to invest in what I was doing, I don't think they believed I was going to get it done. I'll be honest. What happened was people would set a goalpost, because you can also pay bills on this. I have a contract with the government to pay their electric bill. So I was like, listen, I'm close to getting this contract because I'm a relationship builder. Usually when I meet people, if we hit it off, when we hit it way off, I'm just good with people like that. People count me as a friend. They count me as a real friend. And so I had people that said, listen, I'll do this if you do this. So when I do what it is that they say, then they move the goalpost. So, I've been in front of some investors, and currently like I said, I had a pretty good business before I came here. So I've been bankrolling this for the last 3 years on my own. So I'm my own bank. Okay, so watch this, Jay. He said we want to go over it. Let me see if I can bring this up.
No, he's saying, can you go over sending money to your DR bank? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Here we go.
Let's see if I can just Sometimes you just got to do it. Let's
Yeah,
see,
you guys know what this is. You guys know how we do this. We do stuff live. Nobody else is attempting this type of stuff. You know how we do this. When we have a discussion here, just so you know, Roderick, this is what happens all the time. When somebody says, like, for instance, I'll give you a simple one. When we say, hey, there's a stock out there that's 23% dividends and it's called ORC, then I'm pulling it up on the screen to show them that it's ORC and that's the dividend. Right?
Yeah,
We
I
run
like
proof.
that.
Yeah, we go to it. We have videos, just like when we
Right.
showed your video taken out at the ATM. We go to it.
There we go.
We ain't gonna mess around. Just remember to add it to the picture on the screen on your side.
Okay.
So then I can add it on my side.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to, okay, here we go. I'm gonna log in and then you'll show it. Here we go. It's loading. Let's see. All right, here we go. I'm going to enter the studio.
All right. Let me know when you want to add it.
Okay, go ahead and add it.
Okay.
All right, so here now I have to do it this way because, and I will show you guys, my security will not allow me to share my screen because it's not supposed to. But Remitly, you tell them, Eric, Remitly, Western Union, all those, you were able to see everything.
Yeah,
but
PayPal, everything.
Yeah.
His screen blacked out on his phone. He was trying to share his screen using our system. He's logged in on his phone and it gave a black screen. Right. He's pressing the buttons. You could see him hitting it because it would give a circle and then it wouldn't show the screen. So now he had to use a different camera. So we're using showing a camera from another phone. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best we can do. I'll come off so it'll show a little bit.
Okay. So if you just put that up, just put up the Jubilee display. So this is just like it does with Cash App. If I want to send money, I have my favorite right here. I just hit the button. I hit send money. And let's say if I want to send 5,000 pesos. Oh, that's dollars. I'm sorry. If I want to send $500, it's going to be that in pesos. I can send it to the wallet, bank transfer, location pickup, or Jubie Cash. If I want to send to the bank, and I have to make sure that my bank is on here. So this would be a Dominican bank. It's done. And then you get the updates right here as it's starting to wait a minute, can you hear me? Okay, yeah. So that's it. That's all you have to do. So you can take this one off and then bring yourself back up. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so that's it. So I didn't have to know anything else except I just had to have the desire to send. And that's all you need to have. If there's two people on the application, you just send it. So that's it. That's the process.
Right. And there's something that we did leave out, though, because you talked about it earlier, but what they don't understand is you can use a debit card, which is the least expensive way to send, right? Or is it the bank account? I think
that's the same.
Yeah, bank account. And
bank
you
account,
can use a debit card, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need a credit card. And if you do use a credit card, then you have a higher fee because of the transaction fee from the credit card companies, right? So that's pretty much it. So
yeah.
But either way, though, here's the thing. Either way, it's there in minutes. Even this blows me away. We all know what happens at Friday night at 10:37 p.m. Eastern. Yeah. There's no way if I try to send somebody money right now and they're going to say, Eric, okay, I got to pick it up Monday or whatever. Mm-mm. You're saying, hey, man, go down to the ATM machine, put in your digital number.
Oh, yeah. Now, listen, let me say this. And what's the gentleman that has a wife that lives in Naco? And
that's Victor Marrero.
Victor will co-sign on this. I'm sure he will. If you're sending money to somebody in the Dominican Republic, not Victor's wife, but let's say a family member, and if it's 5:05 by 5:07, that money needs to be there. No. That money has to be there, and it don't care if it's on a Saturday or a Sunday. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Ariam Kaye. He's one of the ones. This man has like 7, I think he's at 7 projects, real estate
Jesus.
projects that he is buying pre-construction wise.
Oh,
So
man.
he's wiring money. This
Oh,
comes
yeah.
in handy. So you
yeah.
can send money from your debit card, which is the one preferred, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, but you're going to have a limit on your card oftentimes. Or you can send money using your bank account, right? To the bank account you need to send it to. So either way, you're good. And again, we'll say 85. Well, I reverse it because we're spending USD. So if I send 1,500 USD, again, $4.79. That's it. So you don't mind $4.79. Come on, or five. I just round up $5. $40, $25. If you have Navy Federal, that's the cheapest you can send. But again, you have to wait a week to find out if they got it. And here we know they got it same day.
Yeah, and you know they got it because, you know, the secret sauce is that, you know, you're not going through all those exchanges.
Exactly.
You're not going from bank to exchange to exchange to bank to exchange to exchange to bank, back to the exchange back to the bank to say it's all good. You're not doing that. You're going from the app and you're getting direct deposit right into the bank that you want. And that's why they won't say we don't see it, because you'll say, yes, you do.
Right. Exactly.
I'm sure you do.
Yep.
I'm sure you do.
And so we've talked about US, Canada to DR, but now we can go reverse. Is that correct? We can actually send from DR
absolutely.
to our American bank.
Yeah. So what happens is a lot of people, and all my people with Dominican family, they'll say this is right. People in the Dominican Republic, they borrow money from a lender in the United States, and then they just pay them back. And so they use the app. So here's what they do. They use Jubilee, and they use their credit card, and they send money through the app, and the person gets it in their Zelle account.
Wow.
Because 99.9% of the people in the world will tell you that Zelle can't be used internationally.
That's right.
And for 99% of the people, that's true. But for Jubilee, you know, you know, yes, you can use it because it's just programming. And if you can program within the Zelle space, then you can actually make it happen. So what happens is, can they receive transfer in dollar?
Yeah, USD. I think he means like USD.
Yes. Here's the thing with the USD. USD it's some fees that we can't avoid. So because listen, they're just not gonna allow it to do it that way. So I think if you send cash to cash, depending on the amount, it could cost $5 to $7 more. Because the bank is going to the Dominican government has to control the dollars that's in the country. Right. Just today, I was in the bank and I was like, yeah, I'd like to take out some money, you know, and they told me that I needed a letter with my stamp on it. And I said, so I need a letter from me saying that I could take dollars out of my account. And they said, see?
What the heck?
I said, let me say this again.
Wow.
I've got to write myself a letter saying that it's okay for me to take money. But I said, if that's the way it is, I get it. Because again, dollars have to be accounted for. So when we're sending money over, it's exchanging automatically to Dominican peso. Right. In many cases. In many cases it is. But are you saying you could actually send USD to US? You can send dollar to dollar. Yeah, you can send USD to USD. It's just that. Go ahead. I'm sorry. But that's going to cost more money then? Just a little bit more, because again, once it comes out, and this is one thing that I think people need to know is, if at all possible, if you're sending money and they say, well, send me $2,000, say, no. How many pesos do you want me to send? Because $2,000 today may be less pesos tomorrow. So then they're going to say, oh, and if anybody has had this happen to them, post this in the room. You've sent what you thought they wanted you to send, and they told you, oh, it's a $12 or $20 short because of the exchange rate. So you don't want to get caught in that exchange. You want to know how many pesos do I need to send, because the dollar is going to fluctuate. So what they'll tell you is, oops, you caught us on a dollar that's a low day. So now you need to send us $42 extra because the rate has changed. No. How many pesos do you need me to send you? So then that way I can lock that peso amount in. I send you the pesos. And that's another way that people get over, because some people will give you a 50-to-1. Some people give you a 53-to-1. And that's the ratio from Dominican pesos to dollars. The bank will give you 55. So when you go and you use dollars, it's going to be at the rate that they want it to be. I went to a restaurant and I'm like, can I pay with dollars? She was like, it's going to be 50. I said, never mind.
Right.
Y'all don't accept Jubilee.
Right. That's it. Exactly. Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Ariam Kaye, few questions for Roderick.
Okay, now watch this. This is good.
Do you have a maximum amount daily? Thank you, Ariam Kaye, because that had to come up. And what's the answer to do you have
the answer
maximum
is
amount
no,
daily?
We do not have a maximum amount daily. The maximum amount daily is going to be what your maximum amount is. Let me tell you how that works. If you're coming from your bank account, then that's going to be whatever is in your bank account. So if you have $10,000 in your bank account, then I can wire $10,000. If you're trying to wire, like George's, one of the gentlemen that they wanted me to wire $275,000. I said, okay, give me the instructions, because again, I am ECP. So no, there is not a maximum daily amount. If you guys are writing notes, let me say this. There's two platforms. You have the Stratus and the Tandem. This is the payment platforms. The Tandem is for people that they say are going to do, 0 to maybe $2 million or $4 million. And it fluctuates up to 10. The big boy is what they call the Tandem is a small one. The Stratus is what Amazon is on, Chase Bank, they process, and that's for people they expect to do $200 million a year in transactions. They have unlimited. I was blessed to be put on this platform so I can look at everyone and say to you that unless you're sending more money than Amazon, who does $1.27 billion a day, we can handle it.
Right.
We can handle it. So no, we do not have a maximum daily amount. And so when they say, do you use FedWire? FedWire tried to steal my idea. No, we don't use FedWire. We don't use any of that.
Don't use Swift either.
We don't use any of that. Listen, let me explain. I am a global merchant processor. I'm using my own system. I have my own system that we send money to. That's what I'm saying. I built my own thing. That's been, and I'm a legitimate company here. For those, you can check me out. It's and take this down. This is my RNC. It's 132093242. I have to say it every time I go to the for taxes and stuff. 132093242. I have to say that so much but you can look that up. Go to Dominican companies and put in that number RNC, and you're going to see me. And they're going to say, what type of business is this? This is a software company that does money transfers. I'm registered here. I'm taxes. I'm actually closing out on my residency based on me being an investor. you guys may want to look at that as well, because for the next 3 years, I won't have to pay taxes here. So becoming a resident as an investor has its benefits. And because of the money that I was moving back and forth, they were like, no, you need to do that. Okay, so this is great. So he talked about what about AML checks on the wire you send out, use your application. In order to get on my application, you have to go through a background check through some sub. So we do KYC checks to make sure you're not on any blacklist, that you're not a politically exposed person, that you aren't all of the above. We check all of that before you get on the platform. So everybody on our platform, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but everybody on our platform has been properly authorized. So not only yourself, but the person that you're sending money to, they all have been authorized. I wish I could show it. I know Desmond just went through it. He can tell you. Eric went through it.
Yep.
You know, you have to go through and add everything. So when you send that money out, understand that you have been vetted to even be on the platform.
Right.
And again, let me be clear. Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase, that's the bank that backs me. So the security, all of that stuff, I'm connected right with Chase. So when we go through and do checks, strong customer authentication, 3D secure. And if you don't know what 3D secure is, it's when you go to use your card and then you get an alert on your phone and it says, hey, Eric, are you trying to use your card for $193? Now, let me tell you, when you say yes, what you've done is you have authenticated that transaction. Once it's authenticated and authorized, then we capture it. And that means you can't do a chargeback. So when you authenticate that $10,000 transaction, then that's you telling the bank that, yes, you're making that $10,000. So when we transfer that $10,000, we transfer with the confidence knowing that we're not going to get chargebacks. Because I got that. Let me tell you what happened to me in January and February. You know, that's when the app came out and I was so excited. I'm like, the world, we ready. And so I didn't realize, and all of my people who are connected to the Dominican Republic will say, yeah, I didn't realize that there were a lot of scammers here. So we had somebody that had taken my app and set up their own business. So they told people, we'll pay us 70%. And we're going to pay your bill. We're going to give you a discount. So in 3 days, they charged over 1 million pesos, which was about $23,000. And I was like, oh, it's on. We getting it. You know, I knew it was going to happen. We here. And I was like, yeah. And then 3 days later, it was like, I was like, what do you mean charge? Man, they did all them chargebacks. So we was like, we got to get secure. So that's when I started working with Chase. And I was like, listen, I need the 3D secure. And so that's when we went through the process to go through the 3D secure. And so now when people charge, it's going to be safe. So yes, sir, we do not have a limit, and only after you've been authenticated and the person that you're sending to has been authenticated.
Beautiful. Paul Castillo, thank you for becoming a member of the channel. I appreciate another investors in the house buying multiple properties as well. He's going to have to send money over. So once again, somebody's saying they can't see the app in the store.
Because they're not spelling it right. Let me tell you why. For some reason, Google will not work with me on this. You have to type JUBIELEE.com. I mean, not .com, but it's Jubilee. JUBIELEE. And then Google's going to say, are you sure? You don't want it to be JUBLI? Say, no. Go with the one on the bottom, the way that I want it. And once you do it that way, it's going to pop up.
And I have the same issue. But see, I attribute it to, I already have it downloaded. So
yeah, but I already know what it is, because see, there's so many Jubilees out there. And and so what they ask you is, are you sure you want it the way you spelled it? Because maybe you didn't spell it right. So you have to click the little link underneath it to say yes, the way that I spelled it. So if you put it in the room or how it's spelled, Jubielee, it'll be there. Or if you go to www.jubilee.com, go down, scroll down a little bit, and just click on the direct link for the iOS or the Android. You can get it from that. It'll go straight to it. But yeah, I've been telling Google, and I've been asking them, what do I need to do for you not to ask people if they want to do it another way? Now on the Apple goes straight through how you type it. Yep.
Yeah, it's just it's hidden.
Yeah, and again, because they say, are you sure you want to spell it that way?
Yeah, it's hidden. Yeah. It's not even at the top like it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. I had to go through. I'll show you, everybody. They can see. Yeah. This is what I had to go through when I put in Jubilee. Look how far I had to go down before it shows up. That's crazy.
There it is right there. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's how far. It's crazy.
And those other ones aren't even.
They're not even Jubilee. They're not even spelled the same.
It's not even spelled Jubilee.
Exactly.
Jubielee. And again, you know, I don't know why that's happening. But you know,
you can only get on top of them. You know.
Yeah.
At least we're here now. Somebody asked, so other people who see this will say, "Hey, I don't see it." Then they'll say, "Oh, wait."
And let me tell you, on our YouTube page, we have that specific thing. It says downloading the app, and we say Google is going to ask you to do this. Don't do that. Click here. You know, click the underneath, because they just won't do it. And maybe when I get more downloads. Because it looks like we've only had 500 to 700. It says over 500 downloads. Maybe when we get to 1,000, they'll say, okay, you know. But
popularity, yeah.
So we'll see how we'll see how it works out.
Okay, well we'll get you up to 1,000 here shortly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And let me say this: I want to appreciate you guys for having me on tonight. Just to be on to discuss this, because again, listen. I've put a lot of time in this. The last 3 years of my life has been devoted to this, and to be able to talk about it. A lot of stuff has been up here and what I want to have happen. And I've been able to get it out. Like pretty soon on the app, we're going to have user levels. So for those that are sending more often, the discount is more. Because if somebody comes in and they want to use it one time, then I think, okay, let's say you get a great price. But if you're continuously using it, then your level goes up and your price goes down, because it just means, hey, we appreciate you working with us. We appreciate it. I generally and honestly, I appreciate when people use this, again, because, you know, people don't understand that this has been, I didn't want to get in this space. You know, I had an app called Going A to B. I had a contract with the government, and I was taking, so people used to go to the doctor with the government. It's free. Mm-hmm. And so what happens is they get on these buses and these vans, and they're really old, and they have people in the vans for hours. And I said, no, I can do something different. So I had like an Uber Lyft type service for the Medicaid. So instead of people being on these vans with crowded, and they got their own car, and they gave them a sense of feeling a lot better, you know, like, and so I was doing really well, because people were like, I'd rather do that. And I recruited Uber and Lyft drivers. I said, listen, with Uber and Lyft, you don't know who you're picking up, and you don't know where they're going. Exactly. With me, you know, you know where they're going to the doctor. You know, you got all these different pickups, you know, and we're not working after 5 o'clock because doctor's office are closed unless, you know, somebody's late, and then you're going to get paid extra. So I had a good thing going.
Nice.
To get into this space, I got into this space because as I was pitching my idea to somebody and I was showing them how we could pay digitally, they were like, tell me more about the digital payments. And I'm thinking, I don't want to talk about the digital payments. I want to pick up more people. And then as I started to think and look And then I saw like the size of this market. I said, oh, wait a minute.
Exactly.
Wait 1 minute.
Exactly.
And I said, all right, I think, I'll give this up and to go do that. But it's been a process, I've enjoyed it. And again, this is the first show that I'm on.
All right. I feel honored then.
Yeah,
right
that's
on.
why I'm trying to get
Thank you.
Yeah, but this is my first time on any type of service, streaming service. Yeah, this is it for. I mean, this is my first time, so it's
right on.
And that's why I'm probably like, I'm just like, okay, how do you really do this? Yeah,
this is
first
what
time.
we do in all our natural.
Yeah,
that's how we do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Vanessa Kamage here. We call her the seamless genius. She loves business. She comes up with these different twists. So what you've done is right up her alley. She was wishing right now, wait a minute, what did I miss? Oh, yeah, she's going to check out this replay. But, man, it's awesome.
And listen, I'm open for partnerships. I'm open to work with people. Paul says if you send dollars from the U.S., could it be? Yeah, it can. Yeah, it can. But again, it might be a $5 extra charge, simply because that's not on us. The bank, again, like I mentioned, the government controls the dollars, which is why like I said, I tried to go get dollars and they said I had to do all these things. And they were like, and then somebody else had already told them they wanted the dollars. My assistant was like, what did they say? I was like, they said somebody else got the dollars on hold. And, so I guess they promised them the dollars. You know what I mean? But again, the dollars are it has to be controlled because again, even if you bring dollars into the country, they say, hey, how much are you bringing in?
Right.
Right. And if so I always declare exactly what I'm bringing in, because if you don't, and they say, oh, we'll take that because you didn't declare. I declare everything I bring in. Make sure I do everything right.
See, you know exactly. Right. You know exactly what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely.
You don't do the old okey doke. You don't go, oh, I don't have nothing to declare. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, what's this 15 G?
I declare every single dime. Exactly. Because again, when they've never questioned me, because it's like, I have my, my business. This is what I do. So yeah, I'm bringing it in. Now what? Because again, I ain't trying to hide nothing. I'm in the money business, baby.
Exactly.
Like I told Western Union, I'm sending money, baby.
Right, exactly. Can I post up in the chat room your Dominican RNC number?
Yes, absolutely. No, because I want people to look it up.
Is it 132091242? Okay.
Let me do it. 132093242. 132.
Yep.
093242.
Tres. Not uno. 3242. Yep. Is the last four. So 132093242. Okay. So if anybody wants to check it out, you know what we do here. We do some research.
And if you remember,
exactly.
Right. Okay, if you remember when I told everybody. Oh, I was going to say, if you remember when I told everybody that business that I was talking about that I was doing 2 years ago was called Going A to B. That was the name of the business, Going A to B. So when I started, and when they look the number up, they'll see that I started in 2019 when I was bringing the business here. Can you bring the app picture up? Gosh, darn it. Yeah.
It's all right. I'm gonna be in the Play Store. I'll pull it back.
Yep. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'll just bring up the link. I'll just bring up the direct link.
Okay.
I'll just go to Jubilee.com and copy the link.
It looks like this. That's what it looks like.
Here we go.
All right. So, and then on the app, it's weird. You got to scroll down, but you have to put in Jubilee, Jubielee. Then you got to scroll down in the store because I missed it several times. I thought it wasn't there. But
you know what? It used to come up top. Now it's like it's went down even more.
When I downloaded it, it showed up instantly, and I just did it 2 days ago. When I downloaded it, it showed up at top. So when I did it tonight, when we were going to come on, I was going to show people. I couldn't find it. I was like, "What the heck? Where's I? What?"
So I just gave the 2 links. The first one is to the iOS. It's going to take them directly to the. So, that's crazy. Why would somebody?
Yeah, it's way down.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Here, I'll have to add the links. I'll add the links in the chat room.
Yeah,
hold on a second.
The first link is to the App Store. The second link is to the Google Play Store, and it's again. I don't know why it's going down, but it's okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, if you have Apple, here's the first link for Apple in the chat room. All right, that makes it a lot easier, direct. And then I'm going to put the Android version or Google Play Store version.
Yeah.
There's the next link I'm going to put in the chat room, everybody.
But I do want to say this
can put
real
links
quick
in the chat room.
We've got some of my little brothers from Atlanta. They're on watching. Just so you know, it's probably Roderick,
all right,
Corey, Stan, Tone, Kurt, all my guys. They're just kind of just checking it out. So I'm sure they're on just supporting. So I appreciate them for supporting as well.
Exactly. Yes, Vanessa Comagate.
Yeah.
Internationally, but right now we're trying to concentrate on the DR, even though he already had clearance where he could do it elsewhere. But we're starting, but he's starting small, and then making sure he gets everything straight. Yeah. That would be the wisest choice instead of going 5 different locations and then trying to do it all.
Right. So Vanessa, what I was looking to do, Miss Vanessa, I'm sorry. What I was looking to do is just to make sure that I have this thing correct, running solid, running well. Because again, be honest, I only get one shot at this. I would only get one shot,
Exactly. And
but tell them what you looked up to see when you checked to see if anything was out there.
Oh yeah, because I knew he's coming on, and I'm still like, wait a minute, let me just double check. I was looking around, I can't find anybody saying one bad word about Jubilee app. Nothing. I looked high and low. There's nothing. Nobody's saying anything at all, quite frankly, one way or another. And so then the app has things saying, the app has, good or whatever people download. But I'm like, well, where's the bad stuff? Somebody always got some bad stuff to say. And I can't find any bad stuff anywhere. So that's awesome.
The thing is, and the thing is that so I understand that the main thing is your user experience, because I was sending money. So the last thing that what people want is they just want to have their money go to wherever they want it to go. And they want to feel confident that it's going to get there. It's going to get there fast. It's going to get there safe. So with me, once they hit the button, they don't have to worry about what's going on. And that's what you want, give people a peace of mind. So I did get someone say once, like, there's not a lot of comments. And I said, well, why don't you leave the comment? Like, you're saying that you can't trust the app because you don't see a lot of comments. Right. So I said, why don't you leave a comment so then people will trust you, and then maybe they'll leave a comment. But sending money is not what people want to leave comments on. Exactly. I'm just being honest.
Especially when it works.
Right. It's like
thing. They're not going to do it.
They're not going to be saying, hey man, I'm sending a lot of money and it works well for me. You need to do it too. No, people don't. Don't.
I've never left no comment for Western Union. MoneyGram.
Thank you, Western Union. You're the best.
Exactly.
Appreciate it.
What are you saying?
That $75 got there, man. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Only, but people now let the money not get there.
There you go.
Got sons of.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. See, Vanessa found it on Apple because Apple at least respects it.
See, she's already ahead of the game. I told you she's the seamless genius. I'm already ahead of you. How can this expand? What?
Oh no, listen. Maybe she didn't. No. I'm connected to, in terms of banks in the North America, I'm connected to every bank in North America. I just have to have the routing number, account number, and so we can come from any bank in North America.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's my qualifications through Chase Bank. Gosh, I could pull that thing up, and it would really kind of let people know.
I'm about to show that video again because we have some people that just joined us over the last 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to show you something that, yes, again, I have this problem with America, even though I love America. I have this problem that they always are saying, you're in the military. You used to be in the military.
Yeah.
My dad was in the military. And my friends, when I started getting to be 14 years old, and some of the guys were 18 years old, and they would go to Korea or Asia, and then they would come back with electronic equipment, and we'd be in the the dorms.
What is this?
And these guys got all kind of stuff that I've never seen in America. And I'm like, what's all this? But the sound was so crispy clear, and it was beautiful. And then in America, we're taught, oh, we have the best technology. I'm just like, wait a minute, we're actually behind in technology. But this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a machine, a smart ATM machine that his Jubilee app, you can send people money, give them a code. They do not need a banking account, do not need a debit card, and they can withdraw money because they get a code, a PIN code. Check this out. I'm about to show this video in about 10 seconds.
The volume. Tell me about the volume. Yeah.
That's right. The volume, ladies and gentlemen. Reduce your volume because the video is a little bit high, but nonetheless, check this out. 3, 2, 1.
Take out money without the card, right? So this is how it works. A lot of people say it's not possible. So I'm gonna go here, transactions, sin tarjeta. I'm gonna go with Código Cash. I'm gonna go with the cedula first, 0. And I'm gonna hit enter. Code is 905453, and I'm going to say 7,000 pesos. And you see that ended in 2. He put 3. So if I would have put the wrong number in, then he'd say you didn't get it, but it's right here. Okay. So I didn't put a card in. And again, only with Jubilee, baby. No card, no nothing. 7,000 because we needed it real quick. There it is. Come on out. Don't be shy. 7,000. Now, how easy was that?
Pretty easy. Yeah.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the game changer, the disruptor has arrived. He's early on in the curve, and I want to join the party. All right, I want to join this party, ladies and gentlemen. Download the Jubilee app.
Listen, let me say this. I want to say this for investors. You know, oh, Paul said he can't find it. Okay, we're gonna. But if he goes to the link, Paul, hit that link, Paul.
In the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat again.
Yeah.
All right. This will be. I think this is the Android.
Yeah.
This is the Android.
I do want to say that though. You know, we're open to partner with people who have ideas, because again, this is way bigger than just me. We have a team, but for people that have, you know, that say, hey, look, how can I get involved? How can I do that? Listen, let's talk. I'm right here. Let me say this. I've always wanted to say this. People watch like the Apple documentary with Steve Jobs. People watch the other movie. People watch the Facebook documentary, even the Kanye West documentary, and they say, man, if I would have, and I'm going to answer that in just a minute, Victor. If I would have been there, man, I would have done that. If I would have been there, I would have done this.
Right.
And actually, that's just the biggest lie that people.
That's a BS. Exactly.
Because I've had, and the young lady asked, she said, have you brought this to investors? Yeah, I brought this to investors, and people see it, but they really don't think that they can't wrap their minds around everything that I'm saying being real. Cash App is here. Zelle is here. Facebook is here. They all started somewhere, you know? And so for me, you know, I've got the guys, you know, the guys I mentioned to you, Stan, Corey, Kurt, Tone, DeAndre, D. These guys, they believe in it and they push me and they say, man, stay on it. Keep with it. Again, they're like my, you know, my little brothers and stuff. So they push me, but it's difficult for people when they meet me. It's like, I'm like, listen, this is not concept. I don't need money to develop it.
Right.
Really, to be honest with you, and we weren't even talking about this part, but I got investors on the line, and I know sometimes, but I don't need money to run it. If an investor came in, it would be to invest in a situation that only needed money once the money was already received. And here's what that means. I don't send money out until money has already been authenticated and sent in. This is a term that you guys, I think, use in real estate. I was asked, they said, what's your burn rate? I said, okay, say that one more time. I said, what's your burn rate on the money?
Right.
I said, I don't burn any money. I said, I have a plant and a growth rate. I said, what do you mean?
Exactly.
I said, I get the money first, I plant it, and so if you give me $103, I plant it, I give your person 100, and I just wait for the 103 to come up, but it's already been authenticated because you clicked yes, that you're trying to do it. So once it's authenticated and it's authorized, then it's captured. So I don't burn any money.
Exactly.
So what Victor said, so for the ATM, you have to have a cedula. You have to have a cedula, and thank goodness in October, the beginning of October, you can also now use your passport, because I brought that up to them. I said, hey guys, how is it that you can only use your cedula? You guys got to change this, because a lot of people who are coming here that's going to be using this technology, they're not going to have a cedula, they're going to have a passport. So I'm still checking, but they're supposed to be updating all this software. If you look up this thing called the open banking law in Dominican Republic that just started, this is something that you definitely want to get on. There's an open banking law that just started in October. So this means that I'll be able to connect directly with the banks through my app, through the API. Right now, they have us going around making it difficult. And so what the do here, let me say this. I love the banks here. They are wonderful.
Right.
You know, I am in no way trying to cause any problems. Okay. So
exactly.
But let me say, they have a closed system. So they have their own apps that they're allowed to connect. So I've got to do all these things to connect. I just want to do it the same way your app does it, and just connect with my API, and then we're good to go. So that's happening now, but that is definitely a good question, because I think when they saw the video, they put in the cellular. But yes, as soon as that is live, we'll do that. But what we're able to do, if you needed to and you didn't have a cellular, the banks gave us what they call it's like, I guess, a test cellular that you can utilize to still get the money. So you are US and you need it. When it comes through, you're going to get that. I mean, when you process it, that cellular is going to come up, because my app has, you can make phone calls, you can get text messages, all of that. You'll get that in the message. It'll say, use this to get that. So it all comes up.
Okay. But, now
yes,
you keep mentioning this phone call situation. Are you saying you can actually make phone calls on the app right now?
Yeah. You have your phone? Oh, no, I can't, because it's going to mess with you. Will it knock you off?
No.
It won't. Okay, well,
No.
hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let's.
I don't see a phone though. Or
okay, so go to where it says chat.
no. Hold on. Oh, chat. Okay, I got you.
And then look up top.
I'll be damned. There's
Yes,
a call.
Remember, I said I want everything included. So yeah, I want everything included. So now if you have me as your favorite, if I was your favorite, then when you click on it, then it'll have all the options up front. So for the favorites,
I have to agree though. I have to agree.
Yep.
Yeah. Grant permission or something, right?
So let me see. I hope this. Okay, so I have so many phones.
But we're not. But you have my info, I think. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can actually call you.
You gonna call me video?
Oh no, man! What are you saying? You got video?
Yeah, hit me up on video call.
No way!
Yeah.
I'll be damned. This is unreal, ladies
because
and gentlemen.
I said I didn't want to change the app. I just want everything to be done in the.
This is unreal. Unreal. This is unreal. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually a thing. We don't need WhatsApp. We don't need WhatsApp.
So one phone is calling the other phone. So when I hit, I answer it.
Yeah, I just went off.
That's me right there. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm calling you back now.
Oh, I'm on my other phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'm talking to myself. Let me hang up. Okay, right, there we go. Yeah.
I'm doing a video.
Oh, wait a minute. I think you're calling my other phone.
Oh, okay.
See, yeah, I have a lot of phones, man.
Okay.
Like, I think I have maybe too many phones.
What the frick, man?
Yeah, I have like 6 phones.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So you were calling me on my iPhone. Yeah.
And you can add groups of people. You have a chat.
Yeah, everything that you can do with WhatsApp.
Yeah, this is WhatsApp. Yeah.
It's everything that you can do with WhatsApp.
I can send money.
Yeah.
On this one. Oh,
because
my
again,
God.
you can send messages. You can have groups.
Let me show something else we haven't talked about. Look at this. Pay bills.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Forgot about that.
Yep. So if you're paying and if you need to pay a bill, like I told you earlier, I have that contract with the electric company because it's Eddie Norte. They have Eddie Norte di Sur and Eddie Este. And if you want to pay your electric bill, you just go in there and you can pay.
Yep. James Way. The man needs to be protected at all costs. The government trying to master this with crypto now. This is the cheat code sold. Yeah, man. Exactly. Hey,
yeah.
And James Way, all kidding aside.
No.
I'm going to tell you something right now.
No,
I don't know about you, Roderick, but me personally, I've been one of these entrepreneur type people. And I've told people my story before. People, 30 years ago, when there was no social media, wasn't no YouTube channels, wasn't anything. And I used to tell people the story about businesses I would do, and the government they changed laws. They did stuff. So you'd be kicking their ass, and then they would block you. And then I'd tell people the government's doing this, and they're like, no way, no how.
Yeah. No.
And I'd be like, no, you don't understand. Yeah. So that's why I love his comment, because this is actually a real thing that you guys don't know. Even though we're having fun and he's having fun being successful at trying to do this, there's forces that is trying to stop him. So you guys got to understand this.
Yeah. No, this is the side, and my brothers, and they'll tell you, the thing that, let me say, I do this. I don't go out a lot. I don't go out.
Right.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I've never smoked, never drank. I don't have vices. My thing is just I like to think. I like to create, right? And so, like, even with the Fed now, I'm like, that's old. I was doing that. That's where I started, you know.
Right.
Just now bringing it in, and I'm like, I tell you guys, I am so far ahead of the game that, again, when I got in with Chase, you know, I needed
that was a game changer,
right? But I needed to be slow. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Take it nice and slow. Exactly. Dot everything. You know?
Jay, what you'll be able to do is you're on version 2.74. The newer version that I want you guys to see, you know what? It's right here. I forgot. You guys show everything.
Yeah.
So this is what you guys won't see because actually your show is going to be the first to see it. So this version right here. Oh shucks. Maybe I need to do it the other way. Use that other phone. But I'm going to show you guys the newer version that has darn it. Yeah, that sucks really bad.
Yep.
That's not
it's
good.
that's
not good at all. Okay, so let me pull this up and I'm going to show you guys what you'll be seeing next week. Hold on, let me see.
Next week. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I was looking at marketing. Yes, Vanessa.
No, I need. Yeah. And so, if Kurt is on, Kurt, send me a message, because we have a young lady that's talking about marketing, and so yeah, we definitely are looking for people to come on and support. So let me do this. Let me see if I can jump on, and I'm going to show you guys Yard. Oh, StreamYard. Okay.
Milo Mango. We are in DR now. This app sounds so cool. Yes, Milo Mango. It is cool.
Okay. Yeah. Where are you all at in Santo Domingo right now? Because it's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to show this app. Okay. So I'm going to show this. If you bring up the Jubilee.
Oh, here we go. The screen. All right. Hold on a sec.
Right. So. Oh, shucks.
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, so I go to options. Now, this is what's going to scare everybody. If you can see this, so the payments and the receiving, but I'm saying that you can pay from Zelle, Apple Pay, Google Pay. Oh, it's in Spanish. I'm sorry. I need to take it out of Spanish, but this is the debit or the debit card
and bank
Visa. Bank account. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ways to pay and to receive money.
Wow.
You can receive money in your bank. You can receive money on your Google Wallet, your Apple Pay, or you can receive money via Zelle. So I've mixed it so that the receiving and the payments are different because you may want to pay from your U.S. bank right here and receive it in your Dominican bank right here.
Yes.
So yeah, we took care of all of that.
Yes.
I'm sorry if you can't see it. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's, again, this is behind this is new. You guys will have this next week, but it's it's right here. That's why I have all these phones, as you can see. Nothing but test card, all of that. This is all I do.
So hold on. Let's be very, very clear. Are you saying I could have my bank in the DR?
Yes.
Hooked up to this. I can have my bank in the United States or potentially Canada. And then I can actually send a payment using the different methods, any method I want. There's going to be a different fee for each method, I assume, right? And then I could send it to my bank account just like that.
There you go. Because I want to take out all the different steps. So in other words, my bank account in the U.S. under payment.
Yes.
Receiving my bank account in Dominican Republic.
Yes.
Instant. And I don't have to do anything but click a button.
Okay. Now, what happens if we're sending from us to another person?
Same thing. It's just going to their bank, not yours.
Okay.
What about when doesn't change?
You still have the one about when we send to the ATM machine with no banking account.
Yes. So that, again, that's the same thing. you're going to get the code in however minutes. And I'm going to come off of here. Okay. You're going to get the code in just a few minutes, and then however long it take you to go to the bank. But then we also will have pickup locations. So we have the people that that's what you would, that's what I'm saying. Hey, the pickup locations is the thing, because what happens is, let me say this. Let's say somebody's sending $100. I get my money off of the front side. So I charge $103.99. Then off of that 100, I don't mess with that. Right. As a business, you say, I'm going to take 3%. So the person's going to get $97. Right now, they're getting about 93 once it's all converted. So I don't look to get money from that side.
Beautiful.
Because if I get money from that side, then that means the person with the business, they're going to be able to get less. I'm focused on processing.
Exactly. I love it.
Everybody eat.
I love it.
And the price doesn't have to go up.
Exactly.
If I get a little bit here and a little bit there, because I'm trying to get a little bit, I just stay over this side, and then you stay on that side. Okay, Milo is here.
Yes.
Milo, if you have the app and you're in the Dominican Republic, I will send, if you're just happen to be out and about, you get this app, I'll send you 500 pesos real quick, and you can go and pick it up, lickety split.
Exactly. At an ATM machine, Milo. Without a debit card. Without a debit card.
Or if you download the app and you have your Dominican bank and all of that, I'll just send it to you, and I can tell you that if it's not there in 10 minutes, then it just won't be in there in 10 minutes. No. That it'll be there very fast. If it ain't there in 10 minutes, if it ain't there in 10 minutes, it ain't my fault. But it's gonna be there fast, 2 or 3 minutes. But if you set it up, I'll send it now, and then you can go live and say, wow, he wasn't lying.
Exactly. And the links for Apple is in the chat, Milo, and everybody else, and the link for Android down below. Download now, set yourself up. And by the way, you're going to need your IDs. You're going to have to be KYC'd. You're not going to be able to just put in your name. You have to have your ID as facial recognition. And they download several pieces of information for the KYC. Everybody's going to be KYC'd so we can make sure this app. And again, I don't work with him right now, but I keep saying we because I love what we're doing. But the point is, everything that his app is doing actually is proper financial information. So therefore, nothing can happen because we don't want this to blow up.
But tell Eric, just be clear with everybody that you didn't give me a easy time.
No,
you did your due diligence. You were very tough until you kind of saw, okay. But no, I'll be honest, I was like, at the first, I was like, we were on the phone talking, and I was like, is he mad at me? Did I do something wrong to Eric? Because he was really giving me the business.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, man, because I'd like to use it. We got the thing, you don't have to have a card. Eric was like, come on, man.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, man. We got, you can't do what you're saying right yet. So then he says, oh, hold on. I got the chase. I was like, oh, wait. He just said something that most people wouldn't even know to say. So then I had to start going, okay, I might have to listen to this. Yeah. He said chase. He said most people wouldn't know nothing about that because that space is limited. So when you started saying that, I said, okay, so we're bypassing the Federal Reserve banking system. Isn't even in play. The SWIFT ain't in play.
Somebody asked me here, and my people in the Dominican Republic will be able to say this. So what happens is some of the businesses here, after they've done let's say they've done a certain amount of transactions per day, they'll tell you, we can't take any more payments.
Exactly.
And you say, well, why can't you take any more payments? They don't know. They just work at the place. They tell them no more payments. They don't take in payments to tomorrow. The reason is that the bank has a limit on how much money they have to go out. So the bank says, okay, You can do 5,000 a day. You do 5,000 a day. You do 5,000. That's 15,000. We got 16,000 in the bank, because other countries are not like the U.S. Because the U.S. will allow you to go into the negative. Other countries say, no, we balance our budgets. So they're not going to let you go over what they have. But with me, they were like, well, and I was telling Eric, I was like, say, what's your limit? No. I'm not like the banks. The bank gives them a limit. I don't have a limit. Low cost, convenience, fast, secure.
And you don't have to have a bank account. No ATM card.
It's a lot.
That's
so Vanessa, definitely, I see whatever it's turning. It's turning. I can your energy.
She's got it, man. She comes up with things that you would blow you away. Like she's out. She can. It's like chess. She can make these moves and get an outcome that nobody else can see the outcome, because the move she makes is unconventional. It's crazy.
And the thing is, and I'll say this, guys, and we're having, we're talking, we're having fun and things like that. But listen, this is serious business, because the thing to understand is this. Okay, so Jay, it might be that what you didn't do is the permissions that the app asked for, you might have put no. So that's when it says not permission. So what you want to do is go into your settings and then go to the app and the settings for the app, and just allow it. Just allow the app to have access to your contacts and to your location and all of that, because you're going to need to have that. So I can almost guarantee you that that's what it is, because when you say it's not allowing contacts and everybody else's contacts. So let me get technical. So the way that works is with your contacts, we have an API that will go in, and the API is just programming language. So it's an app programming interface. So what happens is we go into your contacts, and if somebody is on Jubilee, we put them here. If they're not, we put them here so that you can invite them. So if you don't give us access, then we can't do nothing. There it is.
See, there's the invite.
That's the invite.
From my contact, because I had to allow. So when I called him, I had to set the allow, because every time I put deny.
Right. Then, once you deny it, then you're telling the app you cannot have access.
Right.
And then you're like, hey man, I don't have access to my contacts. Like, because you said no.
Exactly.
No, for real though. But listen, I'm telling you guys, and my brothers will tell you this, when it comes to this technology thing, man, I've always been, I've always been a little different. And see, now, Paul, let me tell you this. Watch this. I will show you guys, show you that on my app, when I started, I wanted it to be able to buy and sell, because easy. If you buy and sell, you can do it all in the app. And some people don't give them too much at one time. Bring that on later. But yes, that's a part of what I want, because in my app, if you want to sell a television, because it's like WhatsApp, and you can blast it out by my TV, and somebody says, okay, and then they pay you directly. I was going to use PayPal for that. Let me tell you why. PayPal has, I was going to partner with PayPal on that. PayPal has a system where if you buy it and you have a problem, then PayPal will handle the money. And I was like, let them handle that, So I'm gonna give you it all and let you pay, and I'm gonna not charge you a lot to process, but I'm gonna let PayPal get a little piece, because if anything go wrong, then it's PayPal. I ain't got time to be dealing with that part. So I'll let PayPal make a little money and y'all get that. But yes, Paul, that was in the app. And again, it'll come later. But yeah, I want people to be able to do it. I'm telling you, you got some investors in here right now, because people's minds are turning. And again, I'll show you that the icon for that. It's got buy sell. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up.
Hey, John, go.
I want to say this real quick. Para mi gente de entiendo español, por favor, y si tú necesitas esta programa, es muy pronto. Esta program is I'm saying, what time is this going to replay?
It's that link that you had that I gave you.
Sí.
It's replaying as we speak.
Ok. En el link es posible de mirar este programa cuando es comenzar a 9:30.
Yeah,
and
so if
some
somebody
people that speak in Spanish that need to know when they can watch it.
If they want to go out and click the link, it'll either we're still live, so it'll actually catch up, but they can actually start at the beginning.
Yeah.
They can just move it.
And we're 2 hours in, man. You know, people, we didn't even know it was going to be like this, guys.
Exactly.
So, you know, if you guys have questions that you guys want to ask, I'm here for it. You know, again, it's got to be that people really want to do this. It's 11 o'clock at night. And people are still, you know, kind of listening. They're going to be watching this. But I definitely, guys, again, this is my first YouTube show. I'm normally behind the camera, because I mean, I'm a film major, so I like to make movies, but I'm behind the camera. My brothers will tell you, you know, I'm never in front of the camera. I'm always behind the scenes. But at this juncture, and you can let me know what you guys think, I really thought it would be a disservice to Jubilee if I put myself out there, because I didn't want people not to use the app because they saw me and said,
it won't matter, man. It won't matter.
But you know what? I said to myself, I need to show people that no matter what you look like, where you come from, you know, if you have an idea and you can execute it and you can follow it through, people want to save money. People want people want to be a part of something big. And so I just had to say, you know what, I trust God and I never quit. And so I've got to trust God in this process as well, because again, for everything that we're talking about that's positive, and like the gentleman said, hey man, you talking about the money, and you know, so I'm cautious to a point where I understand what space I'm in.
That's right.
Because again, you know, he said $15 billion.
That's right.
And that means that if you were to get 10% of that, you're talking about $1.5 billion.
That's right.
Well, forget that. What if you just said 1% of that?
Right.
150 million.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. So let's get, before you go, because we've been on a while, because we've been known to do 3-4 hours, but we'll let you go.
Got it.
Here we go. Let's go with this. Since we have Yahweh J trying to download, I don't know what he means by check that all the screen.
Okay. So I will work directly with him after the show, because again, here's the thing.
Exactly.
Here's the skinny on me. It's about 11 o'clock. My developers, it's about 9 or 10 in the morning on Saturday for them. So this is my working hours. You know, this is the time I work.
Right.
You know, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, I'm up working. And, you know, a lot of people, it's difficult because people say, you know, every time I try to talk to you, you're never available and this and that. And I'm like, well, let's talk at 3 in the morning. Call me at 3 in the morning. And, you know, we can talk all day. You know, I started to put on some people that, you know, hey, what you doing? No, I know it's 3 o'clock. I just want to talk to you, you know, but I'm just saying, so these hours for me are, this is fine.
All right.
Again,
I
appreciate everybody for
everybody
staying.
knows here, and you may not know, but we have something, SSN Lifestyle, Punta, Cana Real Estate Investors and Business Forum is November 6th through the 8th in Punta Cana, ladies and gentlemen. So you guys go check out ssnlifestyle.com, register, sign up. We're going to have several people there. And quite frankly, I'm very happy that Georges Charles told me about you, because there are people, the realtors, they're sitting there selling properties. People have to send in their 1,000, 2,000 down reserve. And then the people have to wire it. And,
we can help,
you know, it starts getting complicated. And all they had to do was have Jubilee, and they don't even know about it.
Yeah,
they're about to, though.
Yeah, and I'll say this to some of the realtors, especially that may be in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, they are in the DR.
Okay, so let me say this, guys. If people send money with Western Union, you know, this, that, the other, but I actually had some people that said, hey, man, we want to send money. And so what happened was they wanted to figure out a way that they could utilize my service, but like make money and split the money with me.
Oh.
And I said, well, listen, if you guys are charging, I mean, if you're saying that it's costing us $50 and you want to save them money, if I will do this for $19.99 all day long, then let's not raise the rates. Let's just keep it right there. Let's not charge 38 or 40 because you guys want to. I said, let's just help the people.
Right.
Let's just do good business.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
You make your money in what you do.
Exactly.
I make my money in processing. I'm not trying to make money on the other stuff. Let's let everybody make it along the way.
Exactly.
And then we all win.
Exactly.
That's just how I want to do it. Let's just make let's put everybody in a position where we all win. But Jay, let's talk after this. That's a good deal with. Okay, so Auntie Val. So here's the deal with that. You can have two different numbers, a business and a personal, because for the businesses, let me tell you what we do for businesses. When you register as a business, then you actually get a link that people can pay you directly. So it's a link that'll be like blah, 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 Jubilee.com / Auntie Val. And then it'll say Auntie Val's payment page. Can we bring that up?
So that's like PayPal had their pay me or PayPal.
There you go.
Or whatever.
Absolutely. That's something exactly what it is. So people can pay you directly inside of your inside of the payment, and then it goes right to your app. So your app will go Jubilee.
So I didn't even know. I didn't even realize, because I guess I clicked on personal. I forgot at the beginning you could have chosen.
Right.
So a person can actually add a business and have personal on the app.
But we will have to have two phone numbers. We will have to have two phone numbers but let's just say, for instance, you didn't have a phone. Jubilee can help you with that. We will give you a virtual number that you can use. So if you said, hey, I don't have another phone, but I want to be able to log in on the same phone, then what we'll do is say, okay, what number do you want? And you say, well, I've always liked that Prince number. I want my number to be 404, because Atlanta area code, 777-9311. And that's the number that we'll get you. And so when you put in 404-777-9311, it's going to log in to Auntie Val's profile. And that's what we will do for you, Auntie Val.
You're saying that's a virtual number. You're saying,
yeah.
What? Wow.
Because again, listen, here's the thing, guys. Like, I created this thing. So, you know what I mean? Like, I want to have virtual numbers because people, let me tell you why. For celebrities and people that get on, I want them to be able to connect directly. But if you connect on those other apps, you have your real phone number. But if you have a virtual number, it's like, I'm calling Auntie Val right now. Right. Not working.
Wow.
No, it's not going to work. It's only going to work on Jubilee. And Auntie Val blocked you on Jubilee.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying, I want them to be able to do that. So yeah, we have virtual numbers. So Auntie Val, we can work that out.
Wow. Okay. So since you brought this up, I'm messing around with the app right now.
Yep.
I can't figure out where I can go to the business.
Right. Because you're personal. So what if you had a new number? As a matter of fact, let's do this. Log out of the app. Real quick, we're going to do it live. I'm going to show you how we do this.
Okay. You want me to
log
out
of the app?
Okay.
Hold Auntie Val, we're going to use your number. Hold on. Let's see.
Okay.
Now watch this. Okay, so now I'm getting. I see this is the part I like, my technical side. This is when I get technical.
I get to show off a little bit.
Okay, so watch this. All right, so Auntie Val, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go into the authentication. So the number that you're gonna log out and you're gonna use. Okay, guys, nobody else do it. Just gonna be Eric.
All right.
Because if somebody log in, everybody's gonna be logging in out. So it's gonna be 404-777-9311. And your code is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get in. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Let me fix it. Hold on. Here we go. I wish I had some background music to like dum 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 dum. Yeah, hold on, because I'm getting ready to get down.
Just so people can see. Look,
yeah.
I already got the verify code.
Okay,
So,
hold on. I'll tell you. Give me 1 second. We're almost there. Okay.
So everybody can see this right here. That's what came up after I punched in that phone number.
Okay, go ahead. 777-9311. Put in the
Hold on. Oh, I got to punch in numbers, right?
Yeah, put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm getting internal error message, but
yeah, because just go back and do it again.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I already jumped.
Because it was trying to do it the other way, but just go back.
404
777
777.
See, now this got to work. You know, I did this live on the air in front of everybody, but you know.
Yep. So this is what comes up. So you guys can see. I got to say yes for the one-time passcode.
Put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
then
6.
I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he's getting in there. Come on now.
No, I got error.
Oh shucks, hold on. Let me do it from my phone.
Yep.
Let me log out because again, it'll look at you and think that you're trying to do it the other way. So I'm gonna do, let's see, 404-777-9311. Let me make sure I have that, get that right.
Let's see.
777-9311. I hit enter. I hit that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There you go. Yep. You're in.
Yep. So I'm going to come out again. You can try it. But what happens is if you're connected to the database, then it's trying to do it the other way. But if you come out all the way, then you should be able to get back in. But that phone was not connected. But yeah, it's definitely. And if anybody's downloaded the app, they can say, hey, I'll try it. But yeah, did it get you in?
Oh, hold on. I'll go again.
Yeah, check that out. But yeah, so like some of the things that people want, you know, I'm able to do on the fly because I'll just say, all right, let's do it. You know, let's make it happen.
Okay. And then, yeah, okay. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done. Let's see what happens. Verify. Oh, this one. We got through.
There we go. All right.
We got through.
So put it on business.
Then I go business. Then I go next. And sure enough, look at that. Look at this.
There it is. Business profile.
Yep.
It's even
asking for your RNC or EIN. So that means it works in the US and DR.
Yeah.
And then you get a choice amongst Canadian, USD, DOP, and I don't know what INR is.
Indian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have some Indian developers that we have to that's why I was saying they're 9.5 hours ahead. So when we do testing, you know, I have to do that. Yeah. Oh,
so you can do Canada. You already were doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in there. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh my God. So okay. So now, this changes the whole game too. This changes the whole game, Roderick. You're doing something here.
Yeah.
This
so
major.
Like there's restaurants right now that they're getting other businesses, just businesses that's paying the high rates. So what happens is,
wow.
I was looking to get the machines that the machines to code to code them to my system, but I'm getting pushback because people told me in Genco, all the distributors, they told me, they said that it couldn't happen. I was like, this is not true.
Right.
So I had to get one of the same machines from China and program it, you know, program it and say, listen, it can be done. It's the same as one of those little swipey things.
Yep.
The little card swipers. So you could swipe it. And the only thing I'm doing is grabbing the information off the magnetic strip and then processing it. And they were like, we don't think it can happen. I'm like, I know it can happen. So I'm looking to get an American machine because, I can't get 100 machines from China just because it work. Because I don't know where that information going. So you know what I mean? Exactly. So it's like, but it's so difficult for these companies to work with me because everything I'm telling them, they're like, I don't think it can work. And I'm like, it worked because I've already done it. I'm just trying to get just give it to me.
And in the right hands too. I hear you.
Yeah. So it's difficult because again, man, nobody thinks that it can be done. Like even when I said I've incorporated Zelle, they're like, but Zelle is international. You can't use it unless you're in the United States. And I'm like, oh my gosh, where are you at? What do you mean you can't use it? I'm doing it. Exactly. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. You can't do it. You can't. It can't be done. You're absolutely right. So,
and Vanessa,
absolutely.
Of course, this is where we started, Vanessa.
I'm looking for ATM machines.
We were talking about the ATM machines.
Absolutely. You've got to look at that, Miss Vanessa.
That's right. We want those ATM machines, but these are smart ATM machines. These aren't just the regular ones.
No. We want the smart ATM machines so that so that we can bypass having to use the card and we use the code and it'll be integrated into the system.
Yep, this closes down WhatsApp. You damn right.
WhatsApp got 1 billion people on there.
Yep, he's meaning.
I've got to be calm with WhatsApp because I don't want them. Now they're trying to get in the space a little bit in terms of paying and stuff.
That's correct.
It's like so.
WePay.
I'm not poking the bear.
They have WePay already in China.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Exactly.
They ain't releasing it over here. See that yet, but they will.
Yeah, and again, see, here's the thing. If you have 1 billion people in China that's using the app.
Right.
So if I know that there's 15, 16 billion dollars right here, there's 5 countries. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I have a plan called the Fantastic Five. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people don't know this, but there's 5 countries connected via banking with the Dominican Republic. It's a group of 5. It's the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Guatemala, and Honduras. These banks are all connected. So right now, today, I can send money to people in any of these countries.
Yes.
Collectively, these 5 countries send $30 billion a year from the U.S. to these countries. And that's through these other ones.
Exactly. And taking the hits on both ends of the spectrum.
On both.
Somebody sent me Western Union recently because they're outside of the country.
Yeah.
I had no way. They couldn't use none of the services to get in.
Right.
So I said, all right, send me Western Union. It was only like $1,000 or something.
Yeah.
But I couldn't believe it on their end. They took out $85 on the 1,000. It was. I was like, wait, this is damn near 10%.
Yeah.
And now, if I'd have known about Jubilee, it would have been $995 I would have received instead of $915. It's crazy.
95.21, but I'm just saying. Who's counting? But no, you're right. But I say that, and the thing is, like, once you get past looking at me and thinking,
oh, I missed something.
Just get to the technology.
Yep.
Just get to the technology. Like, I have been doing these things since I was a kid. Like, I've just been a discoverer.
Right.
For little things. Exactly. I remember wanting a telephone in my room, and my mother told me, if you want a phone, then you have to do it yourself. Because she wasn't going to have the people come out and install no phone in an 11-year-old's bedroom.
Right.
I might have been 12. So I said,
so you wired it up? You wired it up?
Start going through the wires. And I this is what it looked like.
Yeah.
And then I heard this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Now, the end result was I had wires everywhere,
Yep.
but I had a phone in my room.
That's
And
right.
my mother was like, "What did you do?" Because wires were, the wires I didn't need, I didn't mind. I didn't put them back. They were just
Right.
out. I just wanted the phone.
I hear
And
you.
so, but that's kind of how I am. I'm self-taught on the computers. I learn by learning. Now that sounds like what? So my computer would break,
Mm-hmm.
or it wouldn't work. So I'd call customer service, and they say, do this, and do that. And I'm like, okay, so this is connected to that. This makes that go. But if I do this, then and so my mind started saying, okay. And then next thing you know, I had a computer consulting business, because I figured it out. So, I have to let my brothers tell the story of just, them looking at how I, just being around me. But yeah, man, I definitely love, and I know it's getting late, everybody. So I'd say this, this is my first time being on, the channel or any channel. And I'm looking forward to working with people from all over. I'm looking forward to serving you all. And tonight, I got to figure out what's going on with who's that? James.
Yahweh J.
Yahweh, yeah.
Yeah.
I probably couldn't go to sleep until I logged into his account, figured it out, fixed it, because that means that somebody needs something fixed. And so that's on my mind. So that's why I'm fidgety, because that means that somebody needs to get it working. I need it to work.
Yep. We have a lot of comments. Just give us another 5 minutes if you can.
Oh, no, I'm good. No,
because
I'm
Auntie
straight.
Val actually asked a very interesting question. I
Okay.
think I know the answer to this, but I'm going to let you talk about it because it's very interesting when it comes to banking.
Okay. So, Auntie Val, this has been one of the hardest parts, right? In terms of international patents. The only thing that I technically can protect is my software. I mean, my APIs. Those are mine. But the and maybe I need better lawyers on this, because my copyrights and a lot of the stuff that I put out there were denied. So may need some help on that. But my APIs are really what I can protect, the way that I do it. But money transfer, nope. Some of the other things, it's just you can't. I couldn't actually patent those because I'm doing a little different, but I'm doing what has already been done differently. So that's a sticky one. And again, if I can get some assistance where people can help me find a precedent that I can utilize, then yeah, I definitely will. I definitely need that again, because the way my app works, it works like no other app in the world, and I protected that. But what I do, I haven't been able to protect.
Exactly.
And in protecting it, I risk in trying to protect what I'm doing, I could risk other people saying, oh, why are we still doing it the old way? Why don't we just do it his way?
Exactly. Now, we always have non-believers no matter what we do.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
You understand. So I'm going to bring this up because I got to tell you, Roderick, there's one thing that I do. I have the live chat so everybody can ask questions. So this lady, Karen Ann, she's saying one day we will wake up and our accounts will be empty. That's her opinion. But this is why you do your own due diligence. And there's something I want to add.
Yeah. Well, let me say this. Who will be emptying your bank accounts? Will it be Zelle? Will it be Western Union? Will it be Remitly? Will it be Macy's? Will it be Walmart? Will it be Foot Locker? Who? Because all these people have access to your cards.
Yep.
Who's going to empty it?
Yep.
Because there's a long line of people that have all of your information. There's a long line of people that you give your card to, that you swipe and you keep moving. Who's been to the basketball game and you paid to get in the basketball game, and you went to go buy food at the concession stand and you use your card?
Yep.
Is that arena going to take your money?
Yep.
Listen, let me explain something to you. I have been vetted.
Strip. Right there's a strip,
There you
ladies
go.
and gentlemen.
Listen, I've been vetted through Chase Bank, and that's why I can say that name, because that's who is backing me. So one day, as a matter of fact, this morning, somebody I'm sure woke up with their account empty. How many basketball players have woke up and said, I don't have any money?
Yep.
Because those accountants have taken their money.
That's correct.
I'm in the business to try to make money. I'm in this business because I believe that I can do it better than what's happening today. So if you think that like that me having $1 billion vision, and I risk that vision, and I risk the opportunity to do something great by doing something stupid, by taking money that I won't be able to keep, that doesn't make sense. But I understand.
Yep.
I understand that somebody may have that mentality if they don't have the vision that I've had for the last 40 years of my life.
Exactly.
If you're thinking, how can I get something quick and fast? That might be, yeah, you take somebody's money on Monday, you're in jail on Wednesday, and they get their money back at the end of the week, and you're doing prison time.
Yep.
For what?
Exactly.
Why would I do prison time? And why would I do prison time when I'm smart enough to do what I'm doing right now?
Exactly.
You understand? Exactly. But I get it. And I don't have a problem, but I need people to understand that I'm not somebody that this is brand new. If you Google me, you'll see that I've worked with politicians. I have politicians calling me right now to use my old buses to take people to the polls. You know, as PTSA president, my name and what I've done, I stand on that. But I do get it, because a lot of people are scam artists. A lot of people are looking to do this, that, the other. And again, I've never went out and started asking people for money. I put my own money in this.
Exactly.
I put all of, listen, let me say this. This is not a whole lot of money, but in my business, I was doing $45,000, $50,000 a month. As a single man with no vices, no drinking, no smoking, just sitting in his house doing his computer stuff, I was doing very, very well.
Yep. Exactly.
And I took all of that and gave it up and used all of that money to keep me going to where I'm at right now.
Exactly.
So I've invested everything into what I'm doing, but I do get it.
Right.
There's always understand, you know, that there's going to always be people to say, I'll wake up and my money is gone and this and that and the other. But again, like I said, I've got a list of 10 people right now, or 10 entities right now that I'm sure has your information, starting from the federal government all the way down to the local barbershop or the local grocery store, that can empty your account. But nobody's going to do that unless they're scammers. I'm a legitimate business, been in business all my life. And so this is all I know. So I do get it. And while I think it's good, and sometimes people say things to say, you know, hey, you know, I get it, but no, that's not what's going on here. That's not what's going on here. Again, my vision is too big for me to be thinking about things so small. I'll be honest with you.
Exactly. All right, Blade, as Cana, I didn't see you there. I missed your message earlier. Hopefully you got the link in the chat room. You can scroll up and down. We put the Apple and the Android apps in. And speaking of that, she came in late. You gave her the RNC. You can give them the RNC number again. I was actually looking through the chat.
132-09-3242.
There you go. So you guys can go check it out. He's registered and everything. So it's legitimate.
Also, let me say this. Also, Google the Jubilee app that's registered in Delaware, that was constituted by Morris and Forrester. Go to www.mofo.com. They're a $1 billion law firm that represents Amazon, Chase Bank, Silicon Valley Bank as well, but they went under. But here's what I'm saying. They represent $1 billion companies. Mofo.com, www.mofo.com.
Yes.
Mofo. So when you go to that, that's who constituted me. That's who believed enough into what I'm doing to work for me. They have $1 billion clients, and they're working with little old me. So again, just I appreciate it, but again,
whatever you do, there's always, people don't fully understand. It's not like it's out already. So everybody's thinking, hey,
oh, no. Right. And I get it. But see, that understand that I'm in no rush for it to get out like that. You know why?
Exactly.
Because I am in no rush I've been doing it slowly, taking it step by step, because I'm in no rush to get it wrong.
Exactly. Because one misstep could blow up the whole operation. So you got to take it slow.
Right. Exactly. So again, hold on. She said, wait, as long as I charge the correct tax and fees, I can sell anywhere. Okay, so get this, Miss Val. Understand this. What you're getting is a cash transfer on my side. And then you're responsible for it the same way somebody that came up and just paid you cash for whatever you were selling. So yes, it is. If you do that, then technically anybody could buy from anywhere if they wanted to utilize currently US dollars, Dominican pesos, Canadian dollars. And I think the Canadian ratio is 1.2 or 1.3 to 1, something like that.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that range.
But no. I tell you, remember, like I said, I haven't been out there. And so people haven't had an opportunity to say a lot of things like, what about this and what about that? But listen, let me tell you, that's the biggest thing and the biggest issue that I have. I had a guy that asked me one time, he said, well, wait a minute, man, how many people is going to have access to my information? And I told him, I said, probably 9,427 less people than Remitly does.
Right.
Because in Remitly, everybody got access to your information. Western Union, everybody got access
both
to your
they have your phone number, your address, your ID. I mean, it's crazy what Western Union has.
Yeah, they have it all. And so, again, that's why I said people have to get past whatever it is about me that they say, and I think I know what it is. I think it's my smile. I think people don't like my smile, so they think that my smile is it. Or maybe it's the color of my shirt. They're like, what's... But but no, Auntie Val, let's talk about that trademark. Let's talk about that. Let's do that.
Yep, Paul Castillo, J, yes indeed, just in time when we're about to start sending down payments and monthly payment plans. Exactly. This is exactly what you came to the exact right place, even though it wasn't quite the market, but it actually turns into all the realtors. You guys know Nestor, Mr. Estacio, all these guys are now going to be telling their clients, hey guys, you can use this app right here and send money. These guys are going to be ecstatic when they find out about this. This is crazy. All right. So you're right about that, Paul Castillo. Just in the nick of time. Good app, says Curtis Davis. Mr. Financial's in the house. Go check his channel out at Chili Davis, everybody. Go show some love. All right. So
and
it's
I will
great.
say this. I do appreciate the support. And again, I need to turn this on automatic because I have it on manual as we were doing what we were doing. And I think we have somebody else that's,
oh yeah. I'm pretty sure some people are probably gonna start, and tomorrow probably some more people are gonna be trying to log in. Cedula equals ID. Yes, it does.
But again, if you're in the U.S., it's going to ask for the U.S. And this is why. Listen, this is why. No. We're doing okay. So Curtis asked a good question. He said, "So Curtis, here's the type of transactions that we're able to do." I should pull up my TPQ from Chase, but we're able to do installment. We're able to do recurring. We're able to do regular payments, we're able to do customer initiated transaction, merchant initiated transaction. So all of the types of things, then the pre-authorized, that's on our side. That's like a pre-authorization. We don't really like to do the pre-authorizations because we pre-authorize something and then the money is not there when it's time to authorize it. So
exactly.
when you're ready to rock and roll, then we just authenticate first. And authenticate is when your bank reaches out to you and asks you, are you trying to make this transaction? And you confirm it. So we get authenticated, we get authorized, and then we get captured.
Yep.
So that's what we do. And if, for instance, somebody wants to send money and they don't get it authenticated, then we're just not doing it. If your bank does not authorize it, then we are not taking your money.
Exactly.
We're not going to do it. It has to be done where you know it, you authenticate it, because we are not going to be dealing with chargebacks. We're not, because we can't deal with chargebacks if we're sending the money immediately.
Exactly. I agree with you 110%. I used to tell people
because you know what? I'm going to say this, because I have woke up in January and February with all my money gone because of what happened. Yes, ma'am. I know what that's like. But that was the bank that took my money.
Exactly.
Because I had sent the money out.
Yep.
And then when the people say it was that it was fraud, and I'm like, that wasn't fraud.
Exactly.
You were paying your electric bill. That wasn't fraud.
Right.
But that's not how it worked. I didn't realize scammers and stuff. So when whoever said, hey, money, I get it. I can show you 750,000 pesos of fraud. Matter of fact, keep talking. Let me bring that up. Let me pull that up. You know how they say you have receipts?
Yep.
Let me pull that up. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me pull that up.
Curtis Davis, this man has vision. He's talking about Tandem and Strata, handles billions. Yes, Mr. Financial knows about that.
He absolutely understands that. I'm on the Stratus platform.
Yep.
I'm on the Stratus. Curtis, I'm on the Stratus platform.
Yep.
That's a minimum that they say 250 million is what they expect, the minimum.
Exactly.
So, I don't want to.
And I got to tell you something too that's quite funny, because you actually have you're on the Chase network, which is international, right?
Yes.
And you're only utilizing a small portion of it right now, just when you're starting, which is very wise in my opinion. But I forgot to tell you something. Victor Marrero, where his wife lives next, that Naco. He's retiring from Chase.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so now we can watch this. Now we good. Now, because let me say this. So he would understand that when I tell him I have my Schedule A, he will understand that when I say legally, and Victor, legally, I cannot discuss the rates that Chase gives me.
Right.
I'm legally bound that I can't discuss the rates. Ask Victor about that. He'll tell you. I legally can't do it.
Right.
That's the first thing. Right. So, Victor, my people are out of Tampa, Florida. My crew, they're out of Tampa and Dallas. That's who got me going. And then, Florida and Texas.
Yep. So that's where he's at, man, by Tampa.
Wait a minute. If he's in Tampa, then he probably knows my account executive.
Yep, probably. Small world, right?
Please give me, listen, I'm telling you, he's probably in the office with my guy. That's why I said Tampa.
Yep.
Because, okay, watch this. Who was it again? You said
It's Victor Marrero.
Victor. You guys just had a big conference in New York where you guys sent everybody to New York. I think it was about 2 weeks ago, where you guys sent everyone in Chase to New York to do some training. Were you aware of that, Victor? If you were, please let me know. Because again, and he said, well, how would he know that? Because my guys was like, hey man, we're going to be gone for 2 weeks. We're going to come and talk some business.
Yep. I don't know if he's still here. He didn't solicit that. I was like, I can't let you go because you keep talking about Chase. We actually have a guy here that's retiring.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah. And again, yeah. So again, like I said, if he's still on and he's in the Tampa office, he'll tell you, yeah, we had this big conference 2 weeks ago.
Yep. Exactly.
So,
yeah, man. So yeah, this is great. And kudos go out to you. Yeah, here we go. He is still here. He's like, yeah, you're right. I'm in Highland.
Okay. He didn't go to that. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, I am not aware of that. But anyhow,
okay,
he's
yeah.
Tampa
So yeah,
office.
my guys went up to New York. My guys went up to New York. And they were having, and like I guess it was some training and stuff like that. So
yep, exactly. So
if the name Daryl, if the name Daryl rings a bell, I can't give his full name, but if Daryl rings a bell, then if you know anybody Daryl, then you just ask him. And yeah, but definitely listen. I'm happy with Chase.
Yeah, they're a Fed. Okay, I always call Chase the Fed bank, right?
Yeah,
so that's what I call them because that's what they are, man. Come on.
But it hadn't been all good, and I can tell you that some of the things that I've run into was, as a matter of fact, I just got an email about the other day. I applied in Delaware to be a money service provider, and Delaware was like,
right.
They wanted me to do it somewhere else,
right?
And then when I tried somewhere else, they were like, so everybody is, they don't want me to, because if I become a money service provider, then now it's unstoppable.
Yeah,
that's the next level to become a banking institution.
Exactly.
So, they just kind of want me like, well, wait a minute, how did you even get to this side of the road? And I'll just say, never mind.
Right.
Never mind.
That's
it's okay.
Exactly right. That's right.
I'll stay right here for a minute.
Yep.
And yeah. But it gets, again, this is the money business. And listen, I know it's going to be. Okay. Yes. And my people, of course, are in. Hold on, not business. You have personal, business, then corporate. Okay, I'm in the corporate side, not the business. They moved me from business to corporate. But he can also say this, and I had to actually close all of my Chase banking accounts I had to check because they were business accounts, and because I'm a merchant processor, I couldn't have a
conflict.
My business couldn't have a Chase bank account because it actually goes to another bank. So Chase processes and they send it to another bank. And the reason they do that is because Chase is able to say, hey, look, we just processed it. We don't have the money. And the other bank says, hey, look, we just got the money. We didn't do the processing. So that was that's what I had to do because again, they needed to build the experience and get me in and things like that. But again, I'm here and I've showed them that they made a good decision, that they made a good choice.
You damn sure have, man. I'm very proud of you, man, even though I've only known you a few days.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy to hear about your great progress.
Yeah. But I did tell everybody to go to the state of Delaware and look up the Jubilee app and look at that and see in good standing. If you go to the Georgia Secretary of State and look up my businesses, you'll see in good standing since 2014, since 2014, you'll see in good standing, paid their taxes, ready to go. So, I have a track record, that you can Google and see. I have all of my, everything is done, everything is paid. So, it's just not a fly by night.
Exactly.
Woo!
Exactly.
300,000 employees. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I said, Chase is the largest non-China bank in the world.
Exactly.
You have the 4 China banks that are government run, and then you have Chase.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, I feel good. I feel confident.
Exactly.
I can't wait to November the 6th through the 8th. I'm going to be in the house. I can't wait for that.
You're going to be in Punta Cana? You're going to come visit?
Absolutely.
You're going to come be with us?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
I go back to the U.S. The week prior, I think on the 23rd or the 24th, I'm heading back to the U.S. for a couple of days. Yes. Auntie Val.
Yeah.
Money service licenses are difficult to acquire.
Yeah.
And what they want you to do is, honestly, they kind of want you to put in all 50 states at one time.
But it's
so that, like, they all sort of together. It's like a group thing. It's like one state does not want to say yes, because if you are in one state and you recognize, then it's recognized in all of the states. So they all say, we don't want to be the first, okay, we'll do it together. But doing it together will cost $1 million. So think about it.
That's right.
It would cost $1 million. And I don't even want to do money in Wisconsin.
Exactly.
But they all they want you to do it all together. They don't tell you have to. You're supposed to be able to do it state by state on the states that you want to use. But no state will, be like, well, okay, we got you. So maybe Alabama or somebody's like, okay, we'll take it.
No. People have to understand there's levels to this. And what I've been in certain situations over my lifetime. And all I can say is whenever you do something Delaware, and then you do the next unthinkable thing, you go, hey, New York. And New York is the worst. It's
New York is
worst.
Crazy. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing, and I won't get too far off. Delaware, I got the bund. So I paid for the bonding. It's a $2 million bond to, so you got to have the bond so that if you wake up and all your money is gone, then they have the bond to take care of it. So
that's correct.
You got to understand, again, this is not, I'm not just out here like that, but because Delaware denied me the bond that I put up, all of these things, it's like I paid a lot of money for nothing.
Right.
Because they didn't go through with the license, but they had me pay for it beforehand.
Wow.
So I had to insure, I had to get $2 million worth of insurance just so that I could to be approved. And then they didn't approve me because they're like, ain't nobody else approve you. I'm like, no, because I came to you first.
Exactly.
So, they were like, Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
New York is the hardest.
They are the hardest. Exactly.
They are.
True.
If you look at their, at what you need to do, it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible.
They're the last ones that most people get approved from because they're the hardest. And then that's where all the banks are. They do it for a reason. All the banks are generally there. Even a lot of people don't know this, but I'm going to be off topic just because you guys have to understand the only way a company in Germany, a company in France, Spain, Italy, and all that requirement is they got to have a banking entity in the United States territory. So that's why you see the banks like HSBCs and all these other Swiss banks and all that in New York. That means they can do business now and transfer monies in dollar.
There you go. You just got to have
people don't understand.
Yeah. So that path for me to get to, a bank and things like that, it's difficult. But I'm like, all right,
hey, you're doing enough, man. You're helping people. Yep. You're helping people with what you're doing.
So in the space that I'm in, I've got to maximize this space. And so, other things. And so, again, I'm going where I'm led. And so wherever it leads me, this is, I'm ready to fully accept it and things like that. But yeah, man, I tell you, it's been definitely, I guess I can talk about this almost all night. And
yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up because we've been doing 3.5 hours.
Yeah, man.
Just so everybody knows, we've been doing 3.5 hours. I appreciate it. In fact, you have the record, the longest record right now. The other longest record was Larimar pre-construction project in Punta, Cana. They were on for like 3 hours, but we are past 3 hours now.
Listen, yes, I got the record. I want to keep it.
You got the record. And furthermore, nobody, like I said, my requisite is I tell people there's going to be questions and answers, and it's open. I don't block people. Everybody can say whatever they want to say. And a lot of people won't come on because of that, because they're like, I don't know if I want to dodge questions or try to not answer, right? So I appreciate the fact that you came here, you stayed here, and you answered almost every question. And even we did demos so people can see what the capabilities are. And this is awesome.
Everyone will be approved in just a moment. That's online to definitely get approved. I'm going to work with the gentleman that had the issue.
Jaway J.
Yep. And so, but Ante Val, let me say this. One thing that Mofo, Morrison Forrester, did talk to me about, and that's an account called For the Business Of. It's an FBO account. And For the Business Of is an account that a company can set up and transact as a money remitter, but they never actually have custody of the funds. So the bank owns the account. It's called For the Business Of, FBO account. So again, there's a lot of ways and a lot of things they've set up in order for people to work. But again, that's not ideal because not a lot of people have it. Silicon Valley Bank turned me down, and then, they hit a snag, if you will. But Silicon Valley Bank, that's the bank that went, belly up in Silicon Valley, Silicon Valley, SVB. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to speaking with everybody that's interested. And listen, all questions, I appreciate it because it does nothing but make me better. It does nothing but, if there's a problem, I don't mind having a problem because I'm here to fix it. A lot of people are afraid of problems. And they say, "Oh, I don't want people to do this," or "I don't want, I don't want people asking me that." Let's, ask me, because again, if you can't stand up to it, okay, I got you guys. What I'll do, I'll send out a link to where I have a help desk, so I can help you guys from the help desk. And again, I'm ready to go. Let's get to it.
Yeah,
I'll be
he's
working.
He's going to have you hooked up tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The man is going to make it happen.
Even
though we're live, he was still doing things. So this was awesome. I want to thank you so much. I'm going to let you get back to doing your thing, man, because this is major for everybody. I appreciate it.
This is it. It's just getting to work.
And this is one of the reasons I started the channel, and that's why it's called Stop Struggling Now. So you're in the movement. That's what basically I wanted. I'm trying to help people. You know how there's lots of people. You're from the ATL. You know how many people sell courses, sell books, sell this, sell that, that, and the other. Those people are spending money to pay them $5,000, $2,500, $1,000 for these courses that are basically information you can get on the internet. So I said, you know what? I'm starting a channel, Stop Struggling Now. No guru zone, no courses, no books. We don't do none of that nonsense. I call it nonsense. Other people would call it education. But to me, everything in this world now you can almost get for the light stuff, but people are charging for it. And I'm like, man, you could be, like I told you earlier at the start, you could give $2,000 to a dividend fund that's earning 20% right now. There's a place called YieldMax ETF. YieldMaxETFs.com. You got to go look at this. YieldMaxETFs.com. And you're going to see something crazy. Your eyes are going to do a double take because you're going to see something like 30% distribution. You're going to be like, what the heck? And then you find out they're doing options for the transaction. So they're making all these thousands of transactions a day on the money they have. And so therefore that's how they are. And of course, backed, they're approved with the SEC. They're not like some garbage. They have all the licensing, all the stuff. They're legit. They're on the stock exchange. There ain't no funny business. So it's tracked and it's unbelievable. And people are giving $2,000, $5,000, $20,000 away to people to build them an Amazon website and all this. I'm like, guys, you could have spent that money. You could have, like, even it's to some people it's not a lot, but to others, you have $500 or $600 a month coming in and you're still liquid. What more can you? I mean, that's better than nothing. And instead of gone away to a book or something, It's
so
crazy.
I'll say this last part for anybody that's having issues. Just let me. I did have, and I get a tax. So I'm going to open it up to Canada. So what happens is, people, other apps, they will send a lot of traffic to my site so that I'll get all these different charges. So what I did was I just added some security measures. So let me open up to make sure that if you're in Canada, you can get the SMS message. I'll open that up right now. And so right now I just had it at the Dominican Republic and the US, but I'm going to add Canada so our Canada friends can log on. But it's just security measures that I had to put in place because I was doing fine. And then as I started programming, I started seeing like 100,000 signups, and I'm like, "Where's everybody at?" But it's just they were just doing sign up messages, and then they leave, and then I was getting $3,000 bills from Google saying you had all these messages, and I'm like, I didn't see no messages.
Right.
Exactly. So it's just security, and I understand that people are going to come and try to to cause problems, but it's okay.
Exactly. You got it handled.
I'm okay.
All right, man. Well, again, thank you so much, Roderick. I appreciate you being here.
Thank everybody. I appreciate it.
And you can come on anytime. You always have an open invitation. So if you have any new stuff you want to release, I have no problem. You can come on.
Well, I'm going to release something new at your event in November. Yeah, I'm going to come in with the new app. With the new version. I'm going to hold the release until I come out with you guys. Yeah.
Beautiful. That's like 3 weeks. Beautiful, man. Thank you so much.
So definitely, man. Vanessa. And if you can put my I guess an email up there in the group so that way people can reach out and or they can come through you, however.
All right.
But yeah, so I'll send that email will be out there. It's the name of the app, Jubilee 49 at gmail.com. And again, it's all I named that after my mother. My mother passed at the age of 49. And so it's Jubilee 49 at gmail.com. So, most of, all of what I do is in memory of my mom and to just make her proud again, because I'm still her baby boy. So, I'm out here grinding.
Exactly.
Yep. Jubieel. There it is.
There we go.
Thank you so much, guys, for all of those that are having issues. Email me and I'll get you taken care of tonight. I'm going to open the app up for Canada and I'm going to get to work. So this is what I do all night, all day, right here. All right, man.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much,
man, for having me.
You got it, man. I'll see you later.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Talk about game changers in the house once again. Unbelievable. You're on the forefront of the future right before you. He tripped me out with the video phone, the call, and the virtual phone number you can have, and you can send money at pennies on the dollar. No more of this Western Union MoneyGram nonsense. For every 1,000 you give off, damn near 8% of your money, 9% of your money. And your friend had to send off more than 1,000 because they took money on the front end. Unbelievable. Now my man can send me $1,000 and I'll have $995. And as Roderick said, 31 cents. This is awesome. I know Vanessa Comagate, the seamless genius. I know all of you, Professor Auntie Val, even myself, my brain is going, how can I take advantage of some of this or get in on the fun financially? Well, we're going to have to come up with some. I know already some of you have, because I was thinking ATM machine as well. Then I was thinking being the processor like a MoneyGram or Western Union station. Then I was thinking, man, wait a minute. If I have a business, then I can just use this. I don't even need a merchant processing account anymore. How sweet is that? Just like the professor was talking about. I can bypass the merchant processor account just by opening up a business account and then having my own link and tell people, hey, you want to pay your bill now? Well, you can use your Google Pay, but you got to go download Jubilee. And now you can do Google Pay, Zelle, and I can't for Gmail Pay, Google Pay, Apple Pay, and what's the other one? The bank one, Zelle. And then we got our debit card and credit card and banking accounts. You can pay me right now. How sweet is that, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, this is a game changer. A game changer, and it beats PayPal. The money's in your account. Even on the weekends, he's saying, I wish I could test it, but I can't right now. This is unbelievable. You guys know banks don't do transactions over the weekend. I mean, at least they don't put the money in your account. Let's put it that way. So this right here, he's saying if I sent $100 to you, similar to, well, not even Cash App because banks aren't open. I can send $100 to you using, I guess, the debit account or the bank account. He's saying the money's going to be there within minutes, even on a Saturday and a Sunday. That's a game changer as well. This changes the whole game. I'm like, I want to be in on this. I don't know how, because there's not really he's not doing the middleman thing where people are going to be able to take a little piece of every transactions or anything, but maybe he has something in the store. You guys, you got to come November 6th through the 8th. He's committed. He's going to be there. You can talk to him in person. Oh my goodness. I put a link in. He's part of the SSN Nation now. He's saying he's helping people. He's trying to do that. Here's where you go get your tickets. It's $199 per person. If you are an SSN Lifestyle member, I mean, a Founders Club member, you don't have to pay anything. For all SSN Lifestyle events, you never have to pay up to 2 people for your tickets for entry. The airfare, hotels, or any other travel, Ubers or anything like that is not included. This is $199. Oh, wow. What a beautiful tribute. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. A beautiful tribute by Roderick for his mom. Thank you, boss. This is going to be great for the DR investors. Exactly. It's going to be great all the way around, because your brain is going to start thinking, what can I do with this? And just like Professor said, she said, I just need a business. I just got a business in a box, like you said, Vanessa Comegate. And the professor said, I can run a business. I see a business thing. And now I pulled up, and we have virtual phone numbers free. Oh my God. This is incredible. Virtual phone number, so you can receive payments that anybody that has a debit card, a bank account, GPay, Zelle, or I'm missing Apple Pay, can make payments. And it's almost instant, as in a few minutes, 7 days a week. This is incredible game changer that this man has done. This is priceless. My. So yes, not only are DR investors going to be happy, so are the realtors, the developers, all these people who tell people, hey, you got to send $2,000 over to reserve. And then they're telling them, man, my country charges me $85. My country charges me $65. Now they can say, we got you. We have somebody, Jubilee, the Jubilee app. Go get it. That's going to only be $4 or $5 maybe, if we're talking about $1,500 USD or less. Well, I don't know what happens at 2,000, but maybe it's, another 10 cents or something. But all I'm saying is it's not 84. It's not $100. It's nothing crazy on both ends. Don't get stuck with the bill. This is beautiful. This is a game changer. Good dude is right, James Way. Thank you so much for saying that, because this is definitely right. If he gets the special ATMs, he could sell them. Yes, Vanessa Comegate. I agree. But here's the thing. Will the ATMs they won't have a fee. So see, therein lies the thing. It's like, but somebody's going to have to fill these things, right? So it's going to be very interesting. It has to take it slow because, you know, each step matters, and just go step by step, because I haven't figured out the ATM process myself, but we will see how it goes. Thinking the same thing, sis. Exactly. That is the first phase. Yeah, exactly, Vanessa. That's exactly right. Paul Castillo, or Vanessa Comagate, no fees. Exactly. There's no fee on the ATM. When people send money with that digital code, there's no fee. That is special. All right, I haven't said it, but smash that like button. And if you like what we've been talking about, ladies and gentlemen, please subscribe to the channel, click the all notification bell. You never know what type of information you will get. And today it was number 2 for the 5-star hotels. This time, guest expectations and experiences, and what it takes again for 5-star Alliance, how they rate 5-star hotels, which helps you with your short-term rental and Airbnb purchases, real estate purchases, and rentals. Why? Because if you understand one thing, luxury, upscale, 4- and 5-star service, if you didn't know what it was, then how would you be able to make your short-term rentals or long-term rentals, whether you have a condo, villa, or townhome, how are you going to be able to determine if you have set it up like it's a Zen place, like it's a 4-star or 5-star luxury place, if you don't know what the criteria is? Well, I've given you the criteria. Part 2 gets you the criteria. It tells you what is straight up. You cannot be confused. You can take screenshots and you can go actually to the article. So therefore, you will never lose the information. And then when you start putting furniture in your place, start setting up the lighting, setting up all the furnitures and the fixtures and doing everything, now all of a sudden you're going to be like, wait a minute, this is right. I'm going to be able to charge a little bit more because I got my place set up just like a 5-star hotel. And we have some services because you guys did the amenities thing. And you have the wellness center. And in some location, you know, the number 1 location, you have medical facilities, medical tourism. All right, now we have medical tourism taken care of. We have the wellness industry taken care of. And some of you are like, well, I just want serene and relaxation. We have that taken care of. So again, this is what we're talking about here. That's what we are doing. Paul Castillo. This will be saving us $35 per month for 2.5 years. I'll take it any day. That's right. That's $400. That's a little over $400, $800. And quite frankly, it could save you a lot. It depends, because $40 is Chase if you do it online with Zelle to wire or wire. So yeah, if you have Navy Federal, it's $25. That's the cheapest wire fee, but I still like $5 or less. All right. And it's there tomorrow with or in minutes with a tracker, so you can give them the tracking number so they can confirm on the other end. No longer when you wire money over the SWIFT systems, then it could be internationally when they transfer they exchange the money. Now it's taking 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. You never know. And they don't even really have a way to check, even though you put memos in, as far as we know. They do have a way to check, but it's 6 days later, 7 days later. Now you can call next day and be like, hey, I sent the money. Here's the code. Yes, we have it. That's major. This is game changer. And the app itself, it appears you don't have to, with the phone additive, that's serious as well. No ATM fees for the people that's receiving on the other end. Wow, good for the consumer, bad for investor. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. Exactly. What can you say? The convenience of the ATM brings foot traffic to your store. That is very, very true. because a lot of people, as the example in the Dominican Republic and around the world, do not have bank accounts. All these people now are walking. That's why ATMs are in 7-Elevens and gas stations and everywhere, in restaurants, the Subway sometimes, or any mom and pop, because once people realize there's an ATM, they have foot traffic. Very good point, Auntie Val. Very good point. So again, I want ATMs. I'm just going to say, I also want businesses there. I want my business to be at Larimar, for example, right there by the beach clubs. All right. I'm going to try and have it in there. I don't know what they're going to charge for a lease, but we want that. So a professor says, and Vanessa Comagate agrees as well. Facts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let everybody know, send the link to this replay, because all the unbanked people, the game has changed. Wherever they have those smart ATM machines, which right now is in the DR, there's also testing in Canada, and they're probably testing around the world, because they don't want to bring that to the United States. You do realize this, right? Because now, can you imagine people sending you money from outside of the U.S., or people sending you money in the U.S., and instead of you having that little strip on the back of your card that's trackable, now you're putting in a PIN number and money's coming out. You're bypassing the trackability, except for the transaction on his platform that he has to do with Chase. That's tracked, but that goes directly into your hands. So think about this, ladies and gentlemen. This is very, very powerful. And once he gets this all straight in the DR, imagine other countries. He gave you a little preview. The 5 countries, Honduras. I want to say, well, actually, I'm not going to say anything because I can't even remember the 5, because I know one's Honduras. I don't know if it was, El Salvador is one of them. They're all like I don't really want to say them because I think I'm right, but I'd rather you watch the replay at about 3 hours and 15 minutes and beyond, and he'll tell you the 5. So in reality, he can actually turn on switches to where those 5 countries, Canada, USA, Dominican Republic, and apparently has people in India or his development team. So he can pay them too, and they can transfer money. So he can open up whatever he wants. But I would advise stay small and start with 1 and make sure you have that 110% rolling before you expand, because you're going to have right now in the next week, he's going to have at least 10 people using that platform to send money. I guarantee you, because Nestor, Gwen, Gennaro, Mr. Estacio, they're watching this. They've been watching it tonight. All right. So they know that all their clients that live outside of the U.S. has this problem. Okay. Can't send money. And they're like, man, I got to send $20,000, but I don't really want to wire it. Now you have another option. So think about that. No caps. This is beautiful. All I can say, I see nothing but an upside here. Thanks for bringing them on. You're welcome, Mr. Financial. And everybody go check out Mr. Financial's channel at Chili Davis. Also, for tonight, we also have the Beachfront Java, coffee, tea, Keurigs, fine ground, drip ground, free shipping in the United States, and use the promo code SSN Lifestyle, all caps, after your first order. Then your next order for life gets you 10% off using that promo code. All right. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, let's go. So if you have a biz in the DR, you want that smart ATM. Exactly, Vanessa Comagate. Exactly the way I see it. I want one of them bad boys. Mexico would, I know. But he's trying to do DR, and I don't blame him for that, because we all know, if you live in, she lives in Southern California. I'm a California kid. When the people from Mexico get their checks, they line up at the Western Union. They're just sending billions annually more than what DR is receiving. Is probably at least 10 times that for Mexico. It's outrageous. It's crazy. So she's exactly right. It would be. As soon as he gets the DR handled, I'm pretty sure Mexico is going to come right along. They're in North America. Partially. We'll see how they rate that. But all I'm saying is this is awesome. This is, I want to see how we can get involved with this, right? Outside of the Fed, priceless. Exactly. But I have a feeling that it's still tracked because he's on the Fed system. He's on the Chase thing. So it's still tracked. So there's no real way around it. I kind of got overzealous because I realized, wait a minute, we have a bypass, but it's not really a bypass because it's still going to track in the system. I would retire if he did it in Mexico. You got that right. You got that right. I can't blame you on that one. Oh, that's funny. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to wrap this up tonight. This was, oh my God. This has to be one of the best opportunities, the best deal for people in a long time, in a very, very long time. This is incredible. Oh my goodness, boss, we need to keep in touch with him. Mexico will make us trillionaires. Exactly. Oh yeah, we're going to be in touch, ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry about that. We will be in touch. We can't let him go into hiding, right? We're going to have to find out. We're going to have to talk to him. We're going to have to somehow become business associates. Somehow, some way, we got to be business associates to help this thing grow. So, and in the meantime, yes, I like your trillionaires, and you are absolutely correct. You know how many unbanked, this is one of the reasons why in El Salvador, they went to crypto. This is the whole point. You don't need to be doing crypto now because you can actually send money with low amount, not even have a bank account. This is crazy. Or I shouldn't say send, receive money without having a bank account. That's what I mean. Receive money without having a bank account. So that is a game changer in itself. And do you know how many people are unbanked in the world? It's billions with a B. All right. And we live right amongst the islands, right amongst Mexico, Central America, South America is all right here. Africa. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, this is a game changer. My. Wow. Game changer. Boss, we need to keep in touch with Mexico. Yes, they'll make us trillionaires. Yes. We want some of this. Somehow, some way, we got to get in. Exactly. Boss, you helped them tonight with marketing. Yes, Vanessa Comagate. Yes, I'm pretty sure there might have been something on the, on the fires already. But hey, with all the questions, that's how it works. Iron sharpens iron. So I appreciate everybody asking questions. Even Karen Ann, who said, hey, money might be missing. Fair enough. That's, everybody has their way of thinking. Fair enough. So you have to be cautious. You have to do your due diligence. Remember, he gave up mofo.com. That's Morrison and Forster, one of the top law firms in the country. In fact, in the world. You don't understand lines of sending money at Western Union in Mexico is crazy. Exactly. It is crazy. And now all these people, can you imagine these guys who are sending like $1,500, but the Western Union is taking from the front end, maybe like $50. And then, so they have to send $1,550. And then when the people receive it, they're taking out $125. So they're getting $1,420 or something like that on the other end. And now, if they have this app, that $1,500 would be $1,500, and on the other end, $1,495.31. Well, somewhere about that. So that is a game changer. My God. My God. Okay. This has nowhere to go but up. James Way, that would be insane. I got my Mexican connection. That's good to hear, James Way. And then the rent won't be too damn high, will it? Because you would be able to afford any rent. If there was a way to make it work. Oh my goodness. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap this up. So again, I dropped a new video tonight. It was basically the 5-star hotels. This is helping everybody with Airbnb and short-term rentals. This is giving you tips, because once you understand what it takes and what you need to do to get 5-star status, then you can start thinking, you know what? I think I might need to invest in places that have a wellness center. I need to invest in places that have a reason for guests to want to stay and not leave and relax and be in a serene environment. I want a place that has a fitness center well appointed and it has amenities as pickleballs and tennis courts and basketball courts and soccer fields. I want that. I want to be able to look out over mountains, streams, oceans. Those are the things that matter to people who pay more. So again, right now, ladies and gentlemen, November 6th through the 8th, the SSN Lifestyle Punta Cana real estate investors and business forum just got a whole lot better because our man Roderick Alexander, and I don't know how to pronounce his third name, but he will be in the house. Hopefully he will be able to make it at one of those days to come talk and see us in person. And some of you might want to be there. Make sure you go register now. $199 per person to register, unless you're an SSN Lifestyle Founders Club member. You don't pay the $199, and you can bring another person with you, all Founders Club members. You know who you are, ladies and gentlemen. So come on down. Get your place now. There is no community hotel or anything. There's a lot of Airbnbs. A lot of people might want to stay around Los Corrales, El Cortecito is what I would say, because that is all $70. $70. And yeah, no rent. Exactly. No rent if he's doing his Mexican connection. Exactly. With this, you know, either way, you got to make it work, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out about these. I'm going to start searching for these smart ATMs. I got to find out where you can buy these things at, because this is major. America is sitting around here wasting time with this old technology. And you could be sending people money where they don't even need an ATM card. Let's face facts. There's a lot of people that have trouble where they don't have bank accounts in America. So let's face facts. Come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, James Way, LOL. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out. They're free. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, please, and click the all notification bell. Make sure in the chat room you get the link to sign up for the SSN Lifestyle. I'm doing it again. Make sure you do that. Make sure you go download and register his app. Did you guys see the phone? There's a phone on the app. There's a freaking video on the app. This is insane. I'm just like shocked by this. I didn't even realize it because I didn't look around the app like that. I was just trying to look around and see if it's actually doable. What's the KYC, if that's in place? Because if there was no KYC, then we don't have anything to talk about tonight, right? It has to have that protection. Then it has to be, well, wait a minute. How do we know that it's going to send the money? How's it tracked? Now it has the tracking code, just like any banking transaction. It has the code. It tells you who it's from, and it gives a code. So that on the other side, I'm like, hold on. He's okay. All right. I mean, it just kept adding up to make me a believer. And now I'm just like blown away because there's other features I didn't even know nothing about. Canada is going to be opened up tonight. Thanks to you guys here from Canada. I appreciate that, you know, on the forefront. And she's like, stop, boss. My mind is racing. I can't stop thinking about Mexico. Oh, I know. How would you like to be on the forefront of that? I mean, good God almighty. Well, I will say this. So some people would say, I've been in situations like this before. And whenever you're trying to get the customer a zero cost, meaning on the receive end, we don't really want anything. We're going to charge people that send it. That's always been one of my policies. So here's what we do. We then have to take a split on part of the receive money. Now, hear me out. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, the profit margin, let's just say it could be $1.50. So then we say, come to terms where, hey, man, you're going to have to give, can you give up 50 cents every time there's a transaction? So it might be something that's small, but if you start having multiple transactions, meaning, I'll just use something simple. You have 25 transactions. You go, Eric, that's no big deal. That's $12.50. Okay, that's fine. But that's the start. But what happens when you start having 100 transactions, 200 transactions per day, or you have 5 sources where you have combined 1,000 transactions for the day? Now, all of a sudden, that little 50 cents, you're like, wait, that's $500 a day. And then you start going, what's 500 times 30 days? Next thing you know, you're like, wait, is that like $15,000? You're damn right. A month. I'm just saying. So you don't think that you can't make something work. There's always something that can be worked out. All right. So we will see how it goes. I'm pretty sure that he has lots of people that are excited about his product and probably coming at him from all types of angles. Good night, fam. Enjoy your weekend. Well, I'm not going to enjoy my weekend because I'm going to be thinking about this thing this weekend. All right. That's what I'm going to be thinking. How can we work this out? Exactly. This is the fastest way for this system to grow. Exactly. All right. This is very, very, man, and I want to thank also Paul Castillo showing up tonight, coming in on the member plans with the link. The icon is next to his name now. Thank you for that. Also, I humbly appreciate that support. And so again, ladies and gentlemen, if you missed this and came in late, I suggest you start from the beginning, because I play a video where he's withdrawing money out of an ATM machine without using a ATM card. What can I tell you? Oh, hold on. You guys, I forgot something tonight. For everybody that stayed here, look what I found. I could not believe it. I dumped one of my luggages and I found this thing. Let me see if I have it. I have it. Oh, hold on a second. I have it right here. This is what I found. Look at this. Look at this. A DVD. Look at this. November 8th, 2006. Oh my God. I have to tell you guys, you saw it Land Auction, Washington. And this is when I went to Land Auction, and I told you guys this story before. It was in LA. I'm signing in, and one of the people from the office, which is in the media team, is signing people in for them in LA, because Land Auction offices used to be in LA. So when I'm signing in, she says something weird. After I've been buying stuff from them for 2 or 3 years, she goes, "Hey, oh my God, you're in our video. I can't believe it. Has anybody ever talked to you?" I was like, "Talk to me about what?" She goes, "This is the first time I've seen you." I said, "I'm at damn near every one for the last 2 or 3 years. Just pull up my account. You'll see I done bought like 20, 30 properties." She's like, "Are you serious?" And then she goes, "Oh, I got to get you into the VIP program. Nobody told you were a VIP?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" So she goes, "Next time you come to one of our auctions, I'm going to give you a video of what you're in." So you're going to see a young Eric Bird. You're going to see a young Eric Bird in this video. I'm going to show the section. I already cut it out. Here we go. You guys know the one Land Auction commercial that I'm in. You don't know about this one that I'm in. This was either the first or the second auction. I think it was the second, because the first one was in the Bay Area. The second one, I was in LA. And I walking out and they say, hey, do you want to go do an interview? Because I bought 2 or 3 properties at that point at that auction in LA. And they go, hey, go talk to somebody on the way out. We'd like to get your opinion. So I was like, really? Okay, I'll talk to somebody. They had this thing playing this whole time for 2 or 3 years. I didn't even know nothing about it until this lady tells me 3 years later, hey, you're a VIP, da, da, da. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a special treat for the night. Everybody else going to have to find out about it later, but I'm going to play this tonight for you so you guys will see it. Check this out.
To order that free brochure, now is the time to do it. It's a free call and a free brochure. There's absolutely no obligation when you call. Do yourself a favor and order the free brochure and look it over. There are hundreds of properties to choose from. You may just be surprised at what you find. And like I said, it's free. So make that call. Start planning your future by owning real estate today. What did you think of the selection of properties that we had available for you?
Well, I thought that there was a vast selection of properties in different cities and different counties and different states. It was a spectacular, selection. And so for someone that does their homework, they can really get a lot of great buys.
There are a large variety of sizes and prices and locations, so I think that's fantastic. It just gives you a good opportunity to find the best parcel for you.
They have 100 or 150, 200 pieces of property, so there's something here for everybody. North Coast, South Coast, ocean, desert.
Well, actually, I've been on properties in California, in Utah, Nevada, Hawaii, and New Mexico.
What do you think of the variety of the property?
Absolutely. All over the United States. You guys have property in Hawaii, for God's sakes, for dirt cheap. I mean, you can't beat that.
$1,200 in Hawaii. 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,009.
The land is selling like crazy in there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. The latest surprise, the young Eric B in the house. Yes, long time ago when I get this video in 2006, November 2006. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. See, I've been doing this a while, even though this is from their Seattle promo in 2006. This is like 6 years after I started buying property at thelandauction.com. So I've already been doing it like 4 or 5 years from the date of this thing. Crazy. When they finally said, yeah, but they told me, like I said, 2 or 3 years in, they told me, hey, you're a VIP. And then she goes, you're on our video. And I was like, really? And then I was like, well, where's the video? She's like, don't worry. Next time you come down or next time I see you, I'm going to be doing the VIPs, sending people all over the place. So I'll get a tape for you. Well, I got news for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is not the only tape. She brought me another tape. So it has the full-blown infomercial that they show on TV. And the problem is it's not VHS. It's the tape that goes in the studio at the TV station that they put in late night. Who has that at their house? That's what she gave me. I was like, wait, I can't play this. I don't have a studio. And so I have a full-blown infomercial every, 6, 7 minutes. They run the loop. So every 6, 7 minutes for, I think it's a 30-minute infomercial. When they're promoting the auction, I have my own little, that clip is in one of their videos. And I have a second clip that you guys have seen before. So anyhow, I had to break that out tonight. Also, as a bonus, I'll break it out on the next live on Monday night at 8:50 p.m. So you guys don't miss it. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, but hopefully tonight's live stream is going to ease some people's pain on being able to send and receive money. A little less always eases your pain. Less fees means more money stays in your pocket. And you know that is why we love this channel, SSN Nation, and we love Roderick Alexander, for putting the pieces together. And we know it took years, lots of trials, lots of tribulations, lots of roadblocks, but he did not give up. So we got to show some support and some love. That's all I can tell you about that, ladies and gentlemen. And don't give up, for no matter what you are doing. All right. Nice. I remember the commercials back in the day. Used to watch Dave Delgado, Carlton Sheets, Tom Vu, all those guys. Yes, James Way. All those guys had their infomercials on. And by the way, me and my friend who used to run John Robert Powers, we had a little falling out on my side. And one of these days, if we can repair the thing, I'll bring him on. And then he'll tell you the story of Tom Vu in Southern California on the boats, showing the mansions, showing the girls in his infomercial. The girls were from his modeling agency, and he got the boat for him, and he'll tell the whole story. And you guys will be like, what the frick? This was all reality TV, fake reality TV. Exactly. And with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay out of trouble out here. Make sure you always do your due diligence on whatever you do. But most importantly, always keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.